going.
Now, before we begin, I'm going to ask you all a little question. I've seen other DMs do it, and I think this is a fun time since it's been a while. Who would like to recap last session?
Santa died.
Well, like a full recap.
We killed him. We killed him. He did.
That happened at the end, yes. But anything else you guys remember? Like anything you picked up or anything?
We rescued a bunch of elves from the Yule lads. I remember that.
It was a pretty eventful march of purging out Christmas Town, yes. We arrived, there was a lot of backstabbing and a lot of brief bouts of mind control and sabotage and stealth, and the occasional hitting them so fast that they couldn't do anything to all the various Yule lads that captured the elves.
I convinced a non-zero amount of people to kill themselves.
And their friends with them.
Yeah.
We went inside a snow globe, and Santa was trying to be a scary bitch, but he ended up just being a
bitch.
Pansy, yes.
I set him on fire in spite of his invisibility several times.
He turned into an Eldritch horror, and the priest of Cthulhu was not amused.
And then he got stomped to death by a brontosaurus. That's how I remember it.
Well, yeah, I was turned into a dinosaur at one point, wasn't I?
Yeah, Brontosauron. First time someone from Narnia or anyone has seen a dinosaur.
It's a whole new world of possibilities.
Real Land Before Time.
We rescued the princess.
She's very enthused about that.
And I got to Toxic Avenger a Yule lad.
Also, something is, like, I think we've picked up enough to figure out that something is bloodborning Narnia. Like, everything's being mutated into horrible monsters.
I mean, Santa was already a horrible monster.
Also learned that Santa and the White Witch are, well, they were intimate at certain points.
Well, you don't know who sent it. All you know.
I mean, do we, though? We don't in character know. Sure sounded awfully of that nature.
So with that in mind, there was lots of revelry as you all emerge from the wreckage of Santa's house. As when you emerge, if I remember correctly last time, Sauron wouldn't turn back into a brontosaurus after you emerged. So, yeah, the house is flattened now. If I recall correctly.
Brontosaurus
yeah, the house
burst through it.
The last thing I remember was all the elves were doing the Whoville song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Nanu Flore.
I told you to stop that.
It's Fahudores. Thank you.
All hail the violent saviors!
All hail the violent saviors! Hip hip!
Hooray!
As you hear the little tank treads pull off, as you see General Paddle with his arm in a sling, and it looks like his eye covered in an eye patch. It's all bloodied. Oh, is the battle done?
Suddenly dawned on me how ridiculous this whole thing has been. Yes, the battle is done.
Unless he has a final form we don't know about.
We'll just step on it again. Pretty sure your problem's taken care of.
You guys look like shit. Hey, I can swear now. No longer. No! The whole town had a swear sensor installed.
Oh, Jesus Christ, of all the asinine rules.
Fucking A.
That
Emerald,
means he really is. That means he really is gone.
Emerald turns to the smallest elf that she can see and goes, "Hey kid,
Yes!
say shit for me.
Shit.
Come on, do it.
Fucking ball torture.
Good job."
Pretty empowering, isn't it? Makes you feel big, like you can take on the world.
It's Craven all over again.
I can do.
There's a whole world of possibilities.
The old man called it CBT time. It sounded very fun. It really wasn't.
I'm going to find the nearest Jewel Lad corpse and kick it.
Red Eye is officially making the grossed out dog face.
What? Well, looks like you guys and your little need to have a rest. Might as well do it now before the festivities begin.
Oh god, it's not going to be an orgy, is it?
Thankfully, we don't reproduce that one.
Oh dear god, your silence really, really horrified me for a second there.
I was about to walk right the hell out of here. I don't care if I'm bleeding out or not.
Just about to go find
No,
that forest
no.
of pools, because that is not something I need right now.
No, it's just gonna be a big feast since we haven't had a good feast since. God, when was the last time we had a Thanksgiving?
Imagine all the tiny little squeaking it would have.
The last Thanksgiving we had was when the fat man killed the turkey and took his holiday.
What the hell is a Thanksgiving?
Some sort of Yank holiday, you hear Arena say. Something about shooting the natives or something and eating turkey. I don't. Arena says that she's trying to wipe herself off the snowman acid.
Now you see, that sounds like something they would have made up where I was from.
And I don't think any of us have been properly introduced, but I recognize you, Arena points to Red Eye.
Well,
You were a friend of Pass's, if I remember correctly.
that's correct. These others are, well, except an Anatar here. These others are not from Middle-earth.
Then I assume either from Narnia or, like me, elsewhere.
Or number 2, yes.
So, what? Did you fall through a cupboard too?
How did you know?
Experience.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I could see that. I know that look of weariness in the eye anywhere.
I fell out of a cupboard into a wizard's house. So,
First time?
actually, the first time I ended up in a snowy woods after being chasing my dumbass siblings after they broke a window.
Was it easier the second time?
No, it's just second time I was suffocating to death.
Fucking A, finally someone understands.
God, that sounds awful.
Portal hopping is...
Imagine being deprived of carbon dioxide like that.
Because you're a plant. Oh, sorry, I should have had in character. Because you're a plant.
Wait, does Middle Earth understand basic chemistry?
I mean, Sauron does.
You know what, that makes sense.
Saruman has to, because he makes all that crap.
Oh god, that's why he's an asshole. He's a chemistry major.
Yeah, that scans.
Breaking Bad Saruman.
No.
You know that
No.
pi is actually 6.2 times 10 to the 23rd. God, shut up! It's something you eat!
I got your sodium chloride here to render all the crops of men dry. It's salt. It's salt. Damn you!
Then suddenly, out of nowhere, that fucking guy from Jimmy Neutron manifests to tear him a new one.
Mr. Skeet.
If you don't know what salt is, I guess I'd better assign you something simpler.
I imagine this is going on in Sauron's head as
Don't do that, TT. Don't do that.
Or I was just thinking, I should tell Saruman I hate him the next time I see him.
Well, I'm not going to deny a feast. Just don't expect me to take part in many festivities. That doesn't mean I'm not having a good time. It's just I have very, very bad memories to the last party I was at.
trying to remember which one that was. Oh, when he was
When he was possessed.
yeah. I remember like wait, there also have been a few of those.
Depending on who you ask, it was either the one where I was possessed by a ghost of a very raucous guy with a Cossack haircut, or the one where a vampire killed a friend.
The last party I was involved in ended up turning into a wildfire.
It helps, I had a friend who was a vampire who died.
Hey, dude, same.
Same man.
Well, not
And-
technically died, more got compressed down to a pile of red jelly and then thrown inside of the concrete foundation of a castle.
That doesn't entail dying.
Yeah, vampires must work differently where you're from.
Fucked up.
That sucks.
Yeah, he got better, though.
That part doesn't know what character he's talking about.
He's one of the best friends I've ever had.
I think about
Next
it,
to
we
your
never really
horse.
did find the body. Questions for later.
Right. So, I fell through a portal, and you and me need to get brought up to speed. She looks to Anatar.
Yes, what exactly do you want to do about this whole business here?
He's been very worried about you the whole time, you know.
There's a face that Arina's face that if you want to insight, feel free. What?
Anatar's not going to do it.
That's to
Because-
everyone else, because Anatar
Yeah.
I think knows. Alright. So anyone got insight?
I don't even need to, but I'm gonna anyway.
Red Eye will.
Move, cursor.
Insight.
Oh, an 18, not bad. Double 18s.
I actually
Double
had something in
19,
eight. I had something in insight, but it didn't matter.
Alright. Where is it? Alright, she rolled the die. Geralt and Red Eye. For a brief moment, you have a feeling of doubt, but it quickly washes away. You get a feeling from this girl is that she knows how to convey and hide emotions really easy.
Vesemir would have loved finding her on the road somewhere. Just-
And Geralt in particular, you get a very familiar sort of energy to her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, no, that's exactly why he said what he did. Just there's a tiniest little hint of a smirk on the side of one side of his mouth, and just kind of turns around and just walks to go find a spot to sit down.
Yes, the Papa Wolf is kicking in. Alright, so I feel like I was anyone has any clothes that aren't torn by acid and teeth and whip marks?
I'm a dog. You'll have to ask them.
I grew my clothes.
Emerald just looks at you.
How picky are you on smell?
Not
you
particularly at this point.
Could you possibly make more suitable attire for Princess Erina?
She's a princess? On it!
Could have sworn everyone already called her that.
These are elves. They're not. You're not technically in Narnia right now.
That works out.
So are we talking? What the hell? What Disney do you want?
I don't know who Walt Disney is, but I feel that his dwarves
guy
would be
who
revolting.
The guy who made Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? And that weird cartoon rat?
Yes, him. I
Something
assume.
more practical. Something to keep warm, please. On it!
However many dresser and the sort of thing you'd wear yourselves out here.
As you say that, they bring back what looks like a giant a giant version of the elf outfit. You know, Will Ferrell elf.
Yes.
That's what they bring out.
Ah, perfect. It looks very warm.
Her eyes twitching.
If it didn't take me so long to get in and out of this shit I've got on now, I'd wear that in a heartbeat.
Emerald's head like creaks towards you to look. I'm gonna insight that to see if you're being an asshole or not. Will you allow me to do that?
Sure. 15. It's like, no, he's completely serious right now. But you can't help but notice that there is just the littlest bit of a shit-eating grin there. Just, I've gotten dragged around for all of this. I'm gonna have a tiny bit of fun with it.
Given how horribly I dress my girl, this can.
She just kind of
Taking bits from every version of the character and the mismatched chimeric abomination outfits of the early game. Yeah, no, those get colorful.
Hey, remember the fucking Colonel Sanders girl I did?
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Good lord. Well, I suppose at least you have something to wear.
I'll take it since better put on. Beggars can't be choosers.
Well, they cannot.
Alright. As you all are taken to like a little elf base camp, where already there are festivities, you all take a seat and just unwind. If there's any private conversations that need to be had, well, hold on. Sorry, getting my notes in order. And Arena comes out, and without the hat, she looks like she's dressed up in a giant version of what House was. Very, very disheveled, very undignified, but warm and not covered in acid burn.
Suddenly I'm craving maple syrup.
What?
Isn't that like vampirism for you?
What? I'm busy. Go. First the dog, now you. Go. Go. Sorry, cat is demanding now.
No, that feel.
Red Eye is going to find one of the elf singers and try to learn some of their songs.
Okay, roll me a performance check.
All right. Let me see.
Because they're working on a new banger. Oh, there's a new banger that you learn. And it goes something like this.
I hate you. I want you to know that.
What? The definite. You're scared of that? So yeah, you learned the Weird Al song, The Night Santa Went Crazy.
Another one from my list of try my absolute hardest not to hum when I'm around home.
Good luck.
Oh, believe me, I'm going to try very, very hard. You don't know my friend.
You told me about your bard friend. I'm gonna have somebody write down those lyrics and give it to him.
Oh, is that a challenge?
Yes. I love this antagonistic friendship we have. It's like, I don't know if I like you or not.
I like your gumption. I'm just not sure how far that goes.
I love how we're all assholes to each other except Beto.
Why would you be? That's mean.
Yeah, everyone's an asshole in this party except for Beto.
I feel Anatar isn't an explicit asshole. He's very polite.
He's Sauron.
Listen, he's evil, but he's not a dick. I've been very polite so far, even when I've been outright insulted to my face. I feel like at the very least you can say I'm nice.
You're capable of it.
Thank you.
You fucking kill me. Oh my God.
I love this party.
And it loves you.
Just the timing on that radio. You're sour. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Fuck. You're going to murder me.
So, Meadow, what are you up to after all this?
Unwinding. Joining in on the feast. Enjoying the music. Trying to count how many of her petals fell out.
Yeah, the elves are now bundling you up with scarf after scarf after scarf. So you look like the kid from A Christmas Story and how bundled up you are right now.
Aww.
You just have you're just out doing a T-pose due to how bundled up you are with your arms outstretched, and each hand has a mitten on it.
Girl,
Yep.
I need you to take that turkey leg and put it in my mouth.
Sure. Just holds it out, just holds it up. Alright, here you
That's
go.
not my mouth.
Alright, you're gonna have to be more specific then.
Her fly trap opens up.
Oh, easy enough. Just tosses it in. Enjoy that protein, kid.
Red Eyes is gonna look up. I will never understand the need for hands.
Never? Really?
Really?
I mean...
What can a hand do that a mouth can't?
Kid. You sweet, sweet, innocent child.
Oh. Emerald's going to open her mouth and then close it and do that thing where horses just kind of flip their lips over the bottom of their mouth entirely. Like, nope. I'm just gonna let that one pass by. Technically, though, she isn't wrong, is she?
I'm gonna leave that one open for the mystery's sake.
Ugh.
But you're never in a position where you have to find out. Because I've not had hands before, and I can tell you it's not something I care to repeat.
Red Eye has never not had hands. So she dog.
Dog.
Yeah. Anyway, what's at this feast, by the way?
Basically, this is holiday food to the mat. Like, they have raided all of Santa's stores that he saved specifically for himself and the boys. So you got turkey, you got ham, you got all the fixings of a good Christmas dinner.
Is
Mashed
there alcohol?
tater. Oh! They raided Santa's dad. Of course there's alcohol. Most of it is eggnog, but there's alcohol.
Is there any alcohol that's not eggnog?
Some apple cider.
Red Eye is just gonna get a cask of apple cider and just pack it off.
You are going to feel that tomorrow.
Meadows tries to hop her way over to the cider.
You just waddle over with your arm sticking up.
She just bumps she bumps into a jug and knocks it off the table where it breaks. Then she just stands in it.
God, you know what it's like you're moving like one of the South Park kids, since how bundled up you are.
Red Eye's gonna find a nice cozy spot next to a fire to get drunk.
Carol just takes one sip of it and goes, not strong enough for me. And just kind of scoots it down. More for everyone else.
Gosh.
Gonna go see what I can find. And he's just going, I'm just gonna have him walk around the perimeter of the party for a bit, just looking for whatever bits of wild foliage he can pick.
Oh, he's making the good shit.
Gonna microbrew the hell out of this place.
Okay, roll me a survival check.
Oh boy. I'm good at those. 22.
Oh yeah, you pick up like wolf's bane, mistletoe.
Lucky me. Lucky me. Oh, I could make some beautiful stuff out of this.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
Oh, no. I just wanted to see what all was there.
So yeah,
Plenty
you
of
look around.
holly, plenty of things like that. Stuff that would actually like be straight up poisonous for most people, even.
Yep, pine cones, pine needles, holly.
Straight up getting some pine needles, some fir needles, all that. Just puts down this massive pile of woodland detritus on the table next to him and just gets out this little box and starts messing around in it with a mortar and pestle.
Meanwhile, Emerald's standing there eating mistletoe. Yeah, I didn't think you ate that.
Most people don't. I'm not most people.
Geralt's built different.
No, you joke.
Which
All right, so what would I roll to see what sort of horrific toxic concoction a human would die from drinking?
roll
Can I
me
make her?
an alchemist kit.
I don't believe I have. Oh, wait, I do. Yes. Here we go. Test this out. 30.
30 both ways. God damn.
Jesus.
Okay. Emerald, as you're watching him work, you see like puffs of smoke that are the shape of skulls. You swear, as he pulls out this amber-colored concoction with a strong smell of like antiseptic alcohol to it.
This makes me nostalgic. Just puts it right down. This motions. Take a whiff of that. You will, if your nose was stuffy before, nothing.
Red Eye is gonna catch a scent of that and meander her way over to see what he's got.
Oh, no, kid. Trust me. This is, I saw a man, Eskel accidentally bumped into a tree and spilled some on it. That tree was dead the next morning.
Smells like the shit orcs drink.
Oh, you're gonna have to tell me more about them then. Don't have those where I'm from, but they sound like they know what they're doing. And he's just gonna take a swig of this horrific monstrosity of a drink he's made.
Alright. Since roll me a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Yes. Alright, a 15, not too bad.
Alright.
He was trying to make something strong, so that's a pretty fair roll.
Yeah, this punches you in the gut. Like, it's like your first time drinking White Gold.
Yep. So, as he drinks it, you straight up see the veins on his face turn like a sickly green and black and just kind of course through everything on his face. Briefly, his eyes change color as well. Puts it down, then as it fades. Oh. Shit. Oh, God, I missed that.
I had that happen once, but it was from a book and not a drink.
Mine sounds a lot better, kid. You want some? Wait, you're an adult, right?
I'm probably older than you. She doesn't know how long witchers live.
Like, really? You're gonna have to tell me all about it sometime. So, anyone? Seriously? Anyone? No, never mind. He just looks down at one of the little elves. You're not ready. Okay.
I'll take a sip. If I die, well,
Emerald is
well.
just straight up eating wolfsbane right now.
It's okay. It's like, trust me. I've been through worse than this. So have you. Just putting an arm around the haunch of this massive wolf.
Geralt's a lot more friendly now.
Oh no, I'm straight up doing. He is already at the point where he was with that one mission inside of Kaer Morhen.
Yes!
But yes, Red Eye will take a sip of the poison if he shares it.
Okay, roll with disadvantage.
Alright.
This was made for Witchers,
No.
so...
4, there we go.
That's about right.
4.
Wow.
Just straight up fucking blacks out for a second.
Red Eye, at the moment you drink it, you're like, yeah, it's not that bad, then you just go stiff and keel over. Your legs are sticking straight out, like they're in rigor mortis, as your eyes are just awash with like different milky colors.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Oh shit, you're actually just kind of gets down and like, hold on, kid, I've done this before. Believe it or not, I had to have worse done than this to me when I turned like 13. Just briefly, just roll a medicine check just for the sake of it. Soft 20. I'm rolling high tonight.
You give Red Eye CPR.
This is surprisingly easier than it should be. I got this. Welcome back to the land of the living, you dumb bastard.
Fucking watching this shit, like, what the...
Red Eye's just kind of gonna shake off for a minute.
Red Eye, before
slightly
you come to,
disoriented.
you just see your patron just look at you and just shake his head.
Ugh.
What? You may want to drink something with some water or something, because that throat is not going to hydrate itself by morning.
Yeah, that's stronger than what the hobbits drink.
Hey, you have those where we have those where I'm from too, and that sounds exactly the same. Oh, okay. Now I'm actually feeling a little loose. Time to walk around. It's like, hey, you're a little elf. You're a lot different than the elves where I'm from. Just kind of walks up and starts muttering, taking swigs of his horrible poison. Compared to the stoic attitude before, this is a completely different person.
Emerald is just following you, like, in fascination. It's like, I'm just gonna watch this.
She's your driver.
Red Eye is gonna drunkenly wander off and try to find a Christmas tree.
Hello?
Hello?
Sorry, my cat was in my face and everything went silent.
I said Red Eye is gonna try to find a Christmas tree.
Hey, I'm busy, butthead. Down. He's on the table.
Well.
He is on the table.
Cats. Cats are universally obnoxious.
Yes, he is. Anyway, Meadow Gerald are drunk. Emerald's being an enabler.
Mm-hmm.
Meadow's gorging himself. What's Anatar doing?
Sitting by Arena, waiting for her to talk.
Now that everyone's gone away. So, I take it this is how you usually look?
No. It's how I used to look a long time ago.
Huh.
I think this world is letting me look like this in sort of a savage mockery. What do you want to do about this world?
Honestly, I do not... Not even sure why I got brought back here in the first place. Nor do I know what even is going on with Narnia, other than...
From what I gathered, the fact that the prophecy that this world hinges on hasn't been fulfilled has caused it to begin to unravel. It would seem that somehow the prophecy that holds this world together must be fulfilled if these people are to survive.
Yeah.
Now, the others would no doubt compel you to do the heroic thing and risk your life to save all these people you don't know. I am with you no matter which way you choose. If you wish to simply go back to your world, to my world, wherever, I will do everything in my power to make sure that it is so.
I'll be upfront. I'm tired of running. There's no matter where I go, the same sort of thing just happen everywhere. It's just war, people running, places dying because of it. I'm just tired of no matter where I go, it's the same sordid affair. And me not being even given the semblance of a choice on what to do with it. I'm tired.
For what it's worth, I do not think these people are your responsibility. Just because they've foisted their world's safety on you does not mean that it is your duty to save it. And if you want to return to your world, where you can be safe and free from these conflicts, I am willing and have a rough idea of how to get you there. We found a world that had windows into other worlds, and I believe one of them was yours, from what you told me. We could send you back.
I don't think it would be that simple. Knowing how things work.
But don't you want to try? Just to see?
Honestly, where I left it, I'm not even sure I want to go back.
Then perhaps we could find another world for you, someplace safe, some place without strife.
Either way, we're not going to solve any answers till I actually get back there and figure
And that
things
shall be our,
out.
and that shall be our mission. I look towards my companions and I say, I haven't told them who I am yet.
I figured as much.
I wasn't
Especially-
sure if they would allow me to help them if they knew who I was. But now that we have you and you are relatively safe, I think I would be fine with releasing that knowledge.
If that is your decision to make. I don't like making choices for other people, nonetheless. Having choices made for me either. But I also don't like seeing others suffer for the choices of others.
I know it's been a long while since we've talked, but I am still of the same mind that I was before.
About your destruction?
Yes. Just so we're clear. In fact, if there is a possibility that it can be achieved in this world, I will gladly seek it.
Well, we should see how the dice rolls.
But
But that wasn't even intentional.
Alright, that's a conversation I wanted to have.
Also, Anatar,
Yeah?
roll me a perception check.
Okay. Wait a second.
You did. It might be because you're now hypersensitive to the feeling things in your new form, and it might, or you might be imagining it, but you swear it's getting colder. Like, even colder than the time you were staying the night in this world.
Does it feel cold to you?
Felt cold ever since although now that you mentioned it is getting colder. And you hear the wind begin to pick up.
That seems ominous.
Red Eye. Roll me a wisdom save.
A wisdom save. All right.
Oh no. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh. Red Eye. As you're doing what dogs do on a tree, which I assumed is what you were doing.
Yes.
You feel a pang in your mind as you feel your patron worming its way into your head, as you feel an instinctual fight or flight response. And one word: run.
God, it's Red from Godzilla Creepypasta.
See what happens when you piss on hospitality?
Red eyes.
As the wind picks up and it begins to snow, heavier and heavier. "Ah, what's going on?" You hear one of the elves say that as when suddenly one of the elves turns to one of the other elves and bites its face off, starts eating it. What?
I'm sorry, that's bad, but yeah, also it's awesome.
What?
Red eye is gonna jump up and like snarl. Everybody, we have to get out of here.
Out of where? You hear screams coming from all around Christmas Town as elves are running, as so are captured Yule lads, as emerging from the past the destroyed walls are Wendigo. Not just one, not just two, but it looks like they're an entire legion of them are moving in unison towards Christmas Town. And behind them, you see. Hold on, I'm trying to get a ref for these bad boys. What looks like a polar bear with 6 limbs and a unicorn horn, walking on 2 legs. With baleful glowing blue eyes. Red Eye, you've heard of these things before. They are Nofka.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's not.
So Red Eye is gonna run up to Anatar. And she's gonna growl, Anatar, we need to leave.
Yeah.
You're from Middle Earth, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
You're familiar with Ungoliant. The thing that sent these things is worse than that.
Anatar can't help smirky a little bit and say, yes, I'm familiar.
These things are not something we can fight. I'm pretty sure that it would take the army of the Valar to fight something like this.
Well, then we should retreat.
Yes.
you hear sirens as you hear on the loudspeaker. Everyone, get to the boat! Get to the dock! As you hear...
round up whoever you can. Follow what the elf says.
Do I need to roll to burst out of my scarves?
Roll strength saving throw. It takes some doing, but bit by bit you hear ripping as you Macho Man Randy Savage your way out of your warm, comfy prison.
Meadows going to just grab the nearest armful of elves she can.
They're eating people! They're not gonna eat me! Oh my god!
God damn it.
Oh, that's a good Troll 2 reference.
Geralt, can you shake yourself out of that crap?
Already done. And he's moving on and running as fast as he can to grab people.
Red Eye is gonna give elves a ride on her back.
Yeah,
How
anything
small they are.
anything you scoop up that you can't carry, Geralt, just put them on me.
What do you think he's doing?
Salvage any toy sacks we can find. Hurry.
Oh, this is good.
We don't have a map, so I don't know exactly where everything is in
Hold
space
on.
relating to us.
Hold on.
Um,
Where is it? Here it is. You guys were in Elftown, so
I want to get find a point between most, if not all, of the elves that we've rescued and the monsters and cast Wall of Fire.
okay. As you do that, a gust of wind immediately extinguishes it.
Oh, you dick!
As you hear,
They will not save you, little meat.
as a booming voice from the sky announces its presence. Do you look
What
up?
is that?
Yeah, I want to look up at the person who called me a living piece of jewelry meat.
Everyone who looks up, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Wow.
What's it for?
Fuck.
If you look up,
No, what's it for?
it's not being charmed.
Okay, what's it for? Is it to avoid being frightened?
No. It's not being charmed or frightened. No.
Okay, then she's not gonna look up. She doesn't need to look up. She heard somebody talking from the sky, and she's just gonna go to the docks.
This isn't Geralt's first rodeo with an all-consuming eldritch blizzard, so no, he's working on getting people out there.
Meadow and Anatar, you take 8d6 psychic damage. As you see, also you guys were all healed up from the.
You're gonna need to roll that for us.
All right. You take 24 points of psychic damage.
Chimachi!
As you see,
It's a big hairy dog.
Where is it?
in the sky,
No, but did you post an image?
Oh, it's a big freaky thing.
and that red eye, you understand exactly why your patron told you to run.
I kind of already suspected.
This is Ithaqua.
That's a Cthulhu, right?
This is a great old one. Yes.
It's the Lovecraft Wendigo.
It's not Chill Cthulhu, though.
Yeah, it's one of those mean Cthulhu's. Not the kind that just wants its damn coffee.
And as you see, all along the mountain, a swarm of blue eyes coming from the forest, moving down on Christmas Town. As you all run and everyone, I want everyone to roll me at either acrobatics or athletics check.
Yay.
Jack Skellington can't save us now.
16. Nice.
Are you implying Jack Skellington is not a great old one?
No, I'm implying that he wouldn't be part of this shit.
Fair.
Jack would take one look and say, yeah, no thank you.
All right, all of you pass little issue as on your heels you hear gnashing, gnawing as creatures that look like elves, look like humans, it look like things from other worlds are going from house to house, eating any living thing they can find in a never-ending consumption of hunger.
How many did we manage to save?
As you get to the docks, you see like at least 100 or so little elves all on one boat, which, since given how small they are, you barely even notice them besides the like little black mask on the docks. As on the boat, you see the broken down but Christmas tanks firing at the horde to no avail as you all gather on the boat and say, as General Padolf says, "Captain, get us out of here!" And with a Christmas hum, that seems very disconcerting with the whole feel of the place. The boat doesn't seemingly doesn't float away like with sails like you expect boats do, but like a magical like sort of thing emerges from the back as it zooms off. Where do you want us to take us? Anywhere that ain't here. As a portal opens up before you, as Christmas Town is consumed in a white void, and you are all shunted off elsewhere.
Oh, I thought I was done seeing shit like this.
Why the fuck did Fat Man do with that thing? An old one.
I could have grabbed more.
You're aware of what an old one is?
I've been around a long time in all the years. Seen a lot of things and told why we don't go to don't send elves out the woods anymore. The old fat man was the one thing that kept them at bay for that son of a bitch at bay for so long. But then when he snapped, why the fuck was he working with him?
I think if we do end up rescuing this place, we're definitely going to have to do some sort of exodus, because if shit like this is the routine, that's just untenable.
This isn't Narnia. This is our own little world. Although if Narnia is like this too, then yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we survived, so that's nice.
As you are going through like the seas of like, you're in a fog, but as you pull out into the out of the fog, you find yourself in crystal clear waters and perpetual twilight as a castle, as you end up back oh, damn it. App. Fuck it. View mode. Damn it. View mode. There. Shitty little boat.
Shitty little boat, boot, doot, doot, doo.
There.
We're over here, okay.
As you arrive back in Narnia.
Well, I'll take it.
Oh.
Take most things after that.
Yeah, the last time I saw a reality-consuming blizzard like that, well, I knew how to stop it.
How did you stop it?
Oh, child of prophecy bullshit.
The
I don't like the sound of that.
basic way that we keep being told to stop all the bad shit happening here.
I fucking hate prophecies.
They're dumb, especially if they're worst off for the people that they're about.
Yeah, more or less.
Which I imagine if Sauron says it, he says, "Witch King, you moron."
Would you fail? That's not a prophecy.
You just hear an echoing voice from the sky. Thank you! What a fucking prophecy.
Alright. Well, we'll moor here for the night.
I'm sorry. I couldn't I couldn't grab
Don't
more
blame
of
yourself,
you.
lass. Nobody saw that coming.
Red Eye looks incredibly shaken.
And
Or
you don't have
Meadows
to worry
having-
about that following us. It only affects the north.
Poor Meadows having her rock biter moment.
This ain't the first time we said sent on Exodus. We weren't always Christmas elves.
Really? What were you before?
Long ass time ago, we were wood people, but then the Saint offered us a home, and as opposed to being erased by the march of rationalism and nihilism, German expressionism.
Oh my god.
German expressionism. Bane of elves.
Sounds horrid.
I put the style's
That
actually quite
bastard
lovely.
wasn't always like that.
Weirdly, you'd think elves would thrive in German expressionism.
Not only the worst kind of elf. Then let us not even begin to talk about postmodern. Ugh.
Say post Martin?
Modern.
I was briefly wondering if George R. R. Martin had done a take on elves yet.
No.
Let's not invite that into the world.
All they
I
know
mean,
how to do.
That's basically what the Children of the Forest in Game of Thrones are.
And yeah, they were also killed by never-ending white void. Or, as D&D put it, a never-ending black void, because you can't see shit.
Fair cop.
We have hot fantasy takes here in Narnia off the rail.
The hottest and the sexiest.
Oh, I suppose I should ask the question. Where do you want to go afterward? After this?
Or who are we talking to? The elves?
Just in general, where do we want to go after this?
I was curious about that myself, honestly. Once the revelry was done, I was thinking about trying to find a way back home. The place with the pools again, but,
My mission was to take down the fat man, and he's been taken down.
I signed on to this because just kind of gestures a thumb over to Aaron, because that hit a little too close to home.
Yeah, and we found Anatar's friend, so that's another thing checked off. Miss, what exactly do you want to do?
We'll figure it out. I can't think right now.
Rest
Fair
is the
enough.
best idea, I think.
I'm just asking because that is there, and she's looking up at the castle that she can see looming in the distance.
Might be a little dilapidated, but if it's abandoned, it's a good fort.
And we just... Do we know that this is Narnia again, or has that not been established?
Emerald at least would know for sure that this is.
You recognize the castle?
Yeah, she knows where this
That's-
is.
Yeah,
Yep.
Arena recognizes Camp Paravel too, so she knows she's back.
Yep. Well, didn't that little woodland creature say that place was... There's something off about it?
Didn't he say that it was one of the other places where the woodland creatures didn't go nuts?
Yep. Closer you get to Camp Paravel, the closer you're able to keep yourself. That and the Wood of the Old God.
I guess I'm just used to things going wrong. Well, hey, that might be a stroke of good luck then.
If we are stopping to take stock, there's something I should tell all of you, but you've more or less guessed. This is gonna be very. This is gonna be a very interesting conversation. So I'm an evil god known widely as Sauron. Red Eye can probably inform you of the basic context what that name inspires in Middle Earth.
Red Eye, if you want to bite it in the ass, feel free.
And if we're talking about goals here, mine is to die. So, now that we've got Arena done, I'm just moving on to that.
Red Eye is just gonna take a moment. Take a moment. Well, if you wanted to die, fighting Ithaqua back there would have been a good way to do it.
Well, I don't want all of you to go with me.
You can go back. Don't you
Nothing
have
about
some-
you has sounded particularly evil.
That's a point. Do you guys need this boat still?
General! The world transfer thing is busted! I'm sorry. Oh,
That's convenient for the plot.
I've read a lot of books. Can't you do some Valar bullshit? You're supposed to be a almost all-powerful sorcerer.
The thing is, I'm only half of an almost all-powerful god. I'm the pot that he put in the ring.
Oh.
Still enough of him to, end my life should I be destroyed.
So what you're saying is that we should kill you.
Yes! Yes!
specifically in
Thank you! I've been trying to tell Erina this for, weeks, and she's not been hearing it. Yes, you need to destroy me.
Well, you're
Now,
You
in
hesitate.
Middle Earth, you'd have to do it in Mount Doom, which is a very long journey. It's very arduous because I happen to have put a lot of traps there. But perhaps here, where my powers are different than they are in Middle Earth, I can die in some more convenient way.
I'm not going to do that.
He's
Wow.
a dick.
Converted to
I can vouch
Narnian
that he's a
terms,
dick.
I'm this white bitch that we all keep talking about.
Shout out to Epic Movie.
Pretty sure that's what you were all calling it, right?
Like Twitch, but different. Really.
Just kind
I
of,
was
Geralt
calling
kind of
for
looks
that.
over at Red Eye. Just what kind of evil are we talking about here?
The absolute worst.
The kind that, enslaves entire species, burns cities to the ground, conducts unethical experiments to turn people into monsters, and wants to rule the entire universe because he thinks he knows better than everyone else.
Irredeemable! Destroy me!
No.
Emerald is staring at you. She's not saying a word, but she's staring at you.
Can you turn back into a ring real quick?
Yeah, I think so. Pop.
He takes the ring and puts it on the unicorn horn.
Oh, I need to roll something.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's my conduit to my deity, by the way. It's my direct call line to God.
There is a purple flash of lightning as you feel Sauron some of your energy drained and you lose 10 points of HP as you immediately are shot off the horn and onto the deck as you poof back into being.
Geralt just kind of walks over, just kind of leans down, just completely blank-faced, gets down, kind of crouches. What was it you said a while back, Emerald? Your horn destroys irredeemable evil? Automatically, it just happens?
Destroys it, yes.
Well, shit. Guess someone's a shit-faced liar, then.
Emerald leans
Wow.
really
Sticks out a
down.
hand very, very slowly to Anatar, just...
Wow.
On the contrary, I'm just a god, so I think I'm a little above the pay grade of a horse. We need a stronger horse to murder me.
I got
I'll
news
try
for
it.
you. I got news for
Red
you.
Eyes. Go ahead.
I have news for you. That horn is not natural anymore. That is the symbol of my god, which has got to be at least on par with half of a god, no matter where you came from.
Girl just kind of slowly sticks out a hand.
I don't think you got the evil part, Bucko, because I can't smell anything.
You've got a capacity for cruelty that I think we need to work on a little bit, but I see more evil things than you pretty much every day of my life.
If he is evil, wouldn't he be on the naughty and nice list? What do the elves say?
It doesn't exist in my world.
It applies to all worlds. Did someone grab it? No, but I grabbed all the presents I could find.
Okay,
Why did you grab the presents, you idiot?
I understand why you want to be destroyed. If you're destroyed, does this mean that the other half poofs?
yes. The entirety.
But doesn't that also mean that you could just, I don't know, get in a slap fight with the dude?
I don't think of the two of us I'm the more powerful piece.
You think it's
Probably
possible?
not.
So we just kick the ass of the more powerful piece until you're the more stronger one, then.
I don't think that's how it works.
I can't
I mean, it's how
imagine.
it's worked so far, all fairness.
Can't imagine the good portion of Sauron is particularly large or powerful. Maybe that's why you're such a prissy wimp. You're like 2% of a god, not half.
Well, you did say that the story is he put all of his quote-unquote evil intent into the ring to make it. Maybe that was just his belief in his reason for doing anything.
I am the root of his desires in Middle Earth. I am
So you're saying you're his ideal.
his his ideals, his aspirations, what he thinks the world needs. And I am enough of him where if you destroy me, he will die.
Red Eye is gonna walk over and bite you.
Is it on the butt?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you can do it.
Like that prophecy.
more self-restraint than I have.
I understand. You're all decent people and you have a respect for all life.
Not really.
Well, for innocent life, for life that's trying. And I understand that because I've helped you on this quest, you're projecting onto an idea of me being a decent person. But I assure you, I'm no big loss.
I mean,
If you
I-
want,
Yeah, you're only one panel, not 4 panels.
if you want to die in order to save people, there has to be goodness in you.
well, damn, I guess she's got a point.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit about that aspect of it all. What I care about is this place isn't all that safe yet, is it? Still plenty of shit wrong here. Points over, thumb over at Arena. It's like, child of prophecy bullshit never ends.
Unfortunately.
And if
Sorry,
I do get
kid.
sent, yeah, and if I do get sent back, I'll probably be dragged right back in unless I end it.
You wanted to save her in the first place. I don't think she's all that saved yet. You want to get existential and mopey and shit, that's your business. You want to throw yourself into a volcano, that's your business. I'm not going to stop you. But I think you'd be doing an awfully awful job if you left this whole task you started out on unfinished.
Arena, are you sure you want to try and save this world?
Well, if I don't, I'll be dragged right back to it over and over again until I do.
Didn't you hear him? He just asked whether we should save the world. See, he is an evil bastard. He doesn't care about Narnia.
I don't,
Doesn't
to be
have
quite
to,
frank.
See?
but he
Kill
does
him.
care about. He doesn't have to care about a place. He doesn't have any reason to, but he does care about what she thinks.
If
Some
we're going to
worlds
do
aren't
this
worth giving a
task-
shit about if they don't give a shit about you.
If
All
we're
right.
going to do this task, then I will stay and stand by you for it.
Aw, how sweet. Come on. You can mope about it later. I don't give a shit about what you feel. In this regard, let's just get things done. I want to find out how safe that castle is.
Hey, Geralt.
Yeah,
Brew me some more of that shit you made last night.
I drank it all.
Can you brew some more?
You see all this greenery around us? I could make so much shit like you've never seen.
Yeah, I'm
Also-
gonna need a drink.
Also, Anatar,
Mm-hmm.
for that brief moment on Emerald's horn, you see this, and I'm gonna DM you an image.
Alright.
Alright, where are you? There you are. Make of that as you will.
Does anyone know about four-eyed bird people?
Meadow, you would know! You would know!
She would have to make a check, I think.
Yeah, roll me a history check.
Fuck. Oh yeah, it's probably high enough.
That is, basically, if Aslan is Jesus, there is a devil to Aslan's Jesus. A so-called enemy of all Narnia. The dark god of the land of Calaman. Tash. That's the only four-armed person you know.
How do you pronounce that?
Tash. T-A-S-H.
It sounds like you might be describing Tash?
So not a threat?
I've heard some pretty nasty stories about him, but, like, a lot of those were Aslan propaganda, so I take him with a grain of salt.
Because he looks ridiculous, and his name is Tash. So I'm guessing not much of a threat here.
Is this more god bullshit?
Like,
Pretty much.
When I was getting smitten by the unicorn's horn, I saw an image of this four-armed bird man.
That
you serve a
raises
four-armed
questions.
bird man named after what sounds like a drug.
Now Emerald's on the...
To me, it sounded like some sort of, like, hobbit breakfast food. I'll have some Tash, please.
Can Red Eye insight Emerald?
Go for it.
Okay, how many dogs do we have on this boat?
I think just the one. Unless...
All the elves
Me-
stand up.
Meadow, is there anything that you want to tell us?
I don't know a lot about the stories myself, but my friend told me a few of them while we were on our journey. I don't really... I didn't really pick up a lot of them. He kind of started and stopped a lot. I didn't want to be rude, though, because it seemed like it was important to him.
Well, sadly, Sauron wouldn't know to reference this, but it just strikes me that Tash looks a lot like a Skeksis.
Yep. He sure does.
Honestly, I feel like we should all just come clean here. I mean, this guy over here is literally, like, evil incarnate. I worship a octopus monster, and we all just got chased away by fucking Ice Aqua, so You know, his boat can't really get any more cursed.
Oh, trust me, it could.
Yeah, you really shouldn't say things like that on an
I was
express.
Jarrell,
Yep.
for a split second in a reflection, he's someone who shouldn't be there.
Think, no, wait, you can't be here.
Well, I did tell you that my horn snapped off. I saw God, right? And he restored it. I didn't say.
You saw drug Birdman?
I didn't say it was Aslan.
Oh well, all right then.
Hey,
God,
you know,
When
wait,
they,
wait.
When they
Who
snapped,
was it?
when they snapped my horn off, they left just enough where I didn't die right away. I lay there waiting for somebody to either kill me or save me, as Aslan would surely do, right? Saw a vision of Aslan and he turned away from me. I saw a vision of Tash. He grew my horn back, gave me my powers back, gave me more powers, and told me to go and kill Santa Claus, which I wanted to do anyway.
Is that something that's going to potentially come back to bite us?
No, I'm pretty.
So our unicorn is powered by the devil?
The unicorn is powered by the devil.
The whole
Hey.
time?
The whole
Our
time.
Yeah.
unicorn's been in league with Satan?
You
Well,
I
do,
didn't see that coming!
you do
If you
know
say-
that Tash shit is propaganda, right? He's not the devil. He's just another fucking god.
Okay, so that wasn't a Sauron reaction. That
I
was
know.
a TP
That was a you reaction.
So what does that make the Calamen then?
It makes them men. Makes them people.
I'm referring to their parent sacrificial cults they have.
People are dumb.
People are dumb.
Fair enough.
I mean, if he saved her, how bad can he be?
I mean, Aslan did ask for Isaac to be killed by Abraham.
I mean, he's a lion. Don't they eat shit?
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't really. No one's ever really confronted him about that yet.
Lions are apex. Well, I know lions actually aren't known in that setting. They just live really far away. So yes, he would know about that. Apex predators, big cats. They eat everything in their path, right? They're predators.
Well, so am I, but I've never told a guy to kill his son.
Yeah, let's not go characterizing carnivores as lunatics here. Especially not when we've got literal incarnation of evil standing right over here.
No, trust me. I have met the literal incarnation of evil, kid. And
You know.
Yeah, to be fair, Morgoth was worse. I'm
Oh,
defending
yeah.
myself, but you know,
We-
Morgoth was worse.
We did just run away from Isaac. Well, maybe you've got a point.
Morgoth have a hobby for making mirrors.
Besides, he did just kind of admit that he's evil light.
I have a personal investment in making Sauron have a bad time. I'm gonna need to drink a lot.
You take what time you need.
So basically, the way for Reda to make Sauron have a bad time is keep him alive.
Red Eye's had a day. I mean, everybody's had a day.
It's been a day.
I was eaten by a snowman and almost digested.
Yeah, how does that work?
I don't.
How much acid in there? I don't know.
So is the, like,
It's God bullshit.
are the snowflakes made of frozen acid?
That makes sense to me.
It's God bullshit, okay? Like, if you ever sit down and read a book about how this God shit works, it's all songs and poetries and vibrations. There's nothing chemical or physical or sensible about it. You
Yeah, that's
freaking
true.
sing the world into existence. None of this shit makes sense.
That's true.
Well, I was eaten by a snowman and almost digested.
Red Eye's had a day. It's been a day.
I was eaten by a snowman and almost digested.
Red Eye's had a day. It's been a day.
Also, how would a snowman gain nutrition from an organic compound? What is it sustaining? It's just hardened water.
It's probably some
I don't know.
magical bullshit.
He's probably running off of like I don't know, anti-energy or some bullshit that doesn't make any physical sense. It's
I like that dress. I like that dress too. Klaus made it.
Aw.
you know, when we get you back to Erebor, I'm sure he'll make another one.
He probably has a whole wardrobe already.
Does he
This is a
stress?
sweet boy.
Does he stress so?
He stress makes toys.
That scans.
That sounds like hell.
Actually, it's very charming.
Yeah, the incarnation of all evil over here thinks that a tiny elf making toys is charming.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe he's not an
such-
incarnation of all evil. Maybe he's just an incarnation of some evil.
At this point, I'm pretty sure he single-handedly invented electricity for Erebor by this point.
Klaus is a really astounding little fellow. We shouldn't speak ill of Klaus.
Doing a marvelous job with this evil overlord. Kill me now before I hurt everyone bullshit.
Which is a very non-evil thing to think.
Okay, so should I start kicking puppies so we remember to
No.
stay on track?
You do
No.
that, then I would kill you myself.
Yes. Okay, so that's a confirmation.
If you do that, I will not kill you. I will take the ring directly back to your other half.
That's a horrible idea. Don't do that.
And don't kick puppies.
Whoa! Fuck! Look, once we figure out what the hell we're doing, where the hell we're going, if you're going home or not, then we can figure out this whole suicidal shit that you got going on. And if it would
Either
even
way, I
do
probably-
anything.
Either way, I probably don't want to go back, because apparently, from what I've heard, my world for the next few decades or so will be on the verge of destroying itself. So,
That's
my
bad.
God,
Welcome to the party.
Is that Arena speaking?
that's Arena speaking.
Because of what the great prophet William told her?
Well, what she's read is apparently, as we've established, there's a lot of weird books, because apparently the entirety of Chronicles of Narnia existed in a Middle-earth library, so
Oh yeah.
I imagine the word from the prophet H.G. Wells was in there too.
And William
But they stick up.
William straight up told you to, which was
Yeah, that too.
the
The great
funniest shit.
prophet, the great prophet William Cope and his lovely elven wife.
A beautiful wife.
Gothladriel.
Here's a question for you. What do you think is going on in Middle Earth with your other half now that you're over here?
That's a good question. Didn't Red Eye? Didn't you say that my forces had stymied?
That's correct. I reckon it makes sense now. I hope the people back in Erebor are capitalizing on the opportunity while we're away.
Cut to Mordor and there's Sauron in his armor, unconscious, but Cecil has him tucked in bed with like a little ice pack on his head and a thermometer. That's okay, Dark Lord. Just take your time. We're not rushing you.
Cecil, did you make sure his favorite rubber ducky's there?
Yes.
Of course.
And
Do I look like a fool?
That's a Beast Wars reference.
What was that? Helm Hammerhand saying that?
Yes. Since Cecil and Helm Hammerhand are the most overtly sentimental of the Ringwraiths.
Ah, damn this headphone volume thing. It keeps being knocked down by the simplest thing, and it goes mute for me.
Well,
Like, we're all wondering here, like, what are they planning? Are they falling apart, or are they then cut to the Ringwraiths having sitcom shenanigans?
maybe there's a way to separate your consciousness from this ring. Because I don't believe that... Were you able to... As a ring, like before, were you able to talk to people?
Only when they wore me.
Like, and they understood you? God bullshit usually isn't understandable just because you're kind of little dicks.
No, I've always been a very eloquent speaker. Sometimes I chose to speak more in their own voice. But, it depended on who was wearing me at the time and what I wanted from them.
And what did you typically want?
To manipulate them into getting me back to my other half so that we could be whole once more and conquer Middle-earth.
And with Irina?
Well, her crocodile gator.
At first, her mind was incredibly difficult to parse because she's not from my world, and that's not as easy to manipulate. So I was sort of stuck with someone I wasn't able to talk to control other than just through conversation, and she's also of a very sharp mind, so she wasn't exactly the kind of person that was easy to trick, so I spent most of my time just observing, and then I started changing my mind from what I observed, and I realized that it was not a good idea to return to my other half.
And you being the consciousness of this artifact sounds like a side effect of being with somebody else that you couldn't manipulate for a bit. It sounds like you've made your own personality when you weren't supposed to have one. It sounds like if we can separate you from this artifact and then just destroy the artifact, you don't have to die, and then bitch face over in Middle-earth, you said, just drops like a stone.
It's a lovely idea, but it's not how it works. The ring itself is just a vessel. It is me that has to be destroyed to destroy him. If we separate me from the vessel, I think what would happen is I would just be merged with him again. No longer be trapped in this article of jewelry. In many ways, my plan to put a part of my spirit into this ring was immensely stupid.
Well, there's another difference between you and him. He probably can't see that.
Well, at least you didn't divide. At least you didn't divide it into 7 different pieces.
See, it was part of a plot. See, I made a bunch of other rings that were magically tied to this one, and by putting my spirit into this one, theoretically I could control everyone who wore those other rings, but only the men were stupid enough to wear them. The dwarves wore theirs, but they're different enough where I couldn't quite exert the same domination that I could with the men, and then the elves just didn't put the damn things on. And so here I was now, stuck with half of my soul in a piece of jewelry that suddenly was immensely vulnerable because it can't do anything, it's just a fucking ring.
And then you lost it.
Yes, then I lost it, and little tiny man cut my hand off. Well, just a finger, but still. Then I hopped around from a couple of people. One of them put me on his penis. For several hundred years, that wasn't a good time.
Deserved it.
You didn't bathe. And then you're up to speed.
Well, if you say that you can't be separated and you can't go back, I won't have any part in killing you, but I also won't stop you if you find a way to do it. Honestly, what you're doing is the most noble thing that I can think of you doing, short of separating you, and if you say that won't work, then it won't work.
Dying to save people is noble, but killing someone else to save people is evil. So, we're in a position now.
I mean, it depends. If the other person's a real piece of shit, I think it's fine. I mean, I don't think any of us are having more qualms about killing Santa.
Yeah, but this is you.
I'm afraid I've gone and gotten attached.
I'm not the person I presented myself to you as. I was manipulating you to get you to save Erin. So
You didn't need to do that, and you know it.
Isn't everyone manipulating someone at some level or another? Every action's got a bit of root of selfishness to it, blah, blah, blah. Heard it all before.
What did you do to manipulate me?
You asked her nicely.
I'll admit, I didn't go as underhanded as I could have.
No, you didn't.
Very weird. Normally I have to argue that I was actually right in taking extreme measures, but now I'm arguing that my measures were actually more extreme than you think they were. I'm not used to being on this side of the argument.
I've said my piece. I cannot kill you, but I also will not stop you if you find a way.
I might.
Well, we'll come to that road when it passes. For now, let's follow Lady Erin.
Erin is just takes some of the apple cider and is now chugging it.
That's a valid reaction.
Let me know if you want something
stronger. I feel you're a bit young to be drinking that much.
I'm of age.
Yes,
where I'm from, she's old enough for a lot more than that. Let me know if you need something stronger, kid.
You want to pace yourself. Gotta protect that liver.
Yes, the almighty incarnation of evil.
Yes. Grow up the cool dad, whereas Sauron's the nanny dad.
You have any idea what kind of shit got put into my body when I was 12 years old?
What's a liver?
The part of your body. Very good for stabbing.
Yep, people go right down. Nobody thinks of it. They always go for the heart, but there's all the ribs there. A lot harder to do than you'd think.
Honestly, a lot of short people just go for the kidneys.
Yeah, that one's also pretty good.
I understood the reference, Kappa. That reminds me. You would get along well with a friend of mine. She poisoned a whole community of elves with a laxative.
Why would someone do that?
Because they were assholes. Oh, that was a good time.
I like that Sauron likes mimosa. That is the funniest fucking part of this. Well, she sounds like a fun time.
So they were hunting spiders to extinction, and we were trying to get through, but then they captured some of our friends and put them in jail and tried to blackmail half of our friend's family's heirloom to them.
That's pretty fucked up.
And then later they tried to kidnap one of our friends, and they shot off his leg.
Ooh.
That was also funny. 5-year
Well, it
old.
wasn't really shot off, it fell off afterwards because apparently elves don't understand gangrene.
The strange projectile that her gun fired utterly shattered his kneecap, and disease crept in over time, and they had to amputate, and now he has to hobble around on a stick.
Oh my god.
Oh, couldn't have happened to a bigger prick.
Except arguably you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what Red Eye was about to say.
To be fair, he did say that he was on some unwashed man's penis for like 200 years.
And I lost a finger, which is probably not growing back. Stupid enchanted sword.
Why isn't it growing back?
Stupid enchanted sword.
Well,
I didn't expect the reveal to come to this session, but I'm glad it did.
this led to some fun conversations.
As my thing was, as soon as Erina is safe, and he feels that the need for him to be on the team is no longer pressing, he'll reveal it to the others and let them do as they may. Because, in his own way, he doesn't like deceiving them.
Yes, now Sauron has moved from lawful evil to neutral evil.
Honestly, I'd say he's just a slightly harsh neutral.
He's getting there.
You are the weirdest lawful neutral character I have ever played with.
Well, anyway, I gotta say that this whole thing is a little awkward.
You're telling me.
Like,
Is this all of your first time doing the whole soul revealing thing?
He revealed it to me in ring form before, but that was after someone close to me died.
I guess it does die down when you do it enough times.
I only recently found out I had a soul.
It was a brief
good
moment
on
of
ya.
time where I entertained the fantasy that we could just go on as we were going, but then I realized my other half wasn't going to allow that, so...
To be fair, up until that point, your minions were very incompetent.
so, is Anatar actually your name, then?
It was one of my many aliases, means giver of gifts.
Like Santa?
Oh god. Yes.
Ugh.
Am I the Middle-earth version of Santa?
I think that realization has fucked him up more than any other realization he's had.
Here's the path to redemption.
Holy shit.
Oh, oh, oh!
Fuck.
Well, putting a pin in that for now.
Yeah, well, you're not a sexist prick, that's for one. Like my brothers.
For now. That's how it starts. The realization.
Yeah, putting a pin in that disturbing thought. What would happen if we were to, I don't know, shank the other you?
He put enough of himself into me that destroying his corporeal form on its own is not going to end him. As long as I'm around, he'll regenerate, I guess.
Mm. So destroying you will destroy him, but destroying him won't destroy you. Why is this
Correct.
magic gotta be so complicated?
Yes, it's I guess that's the one upside of the plan from his perspective.
Why would he put it in such a little thing? Easy to lose.
Well, the idea would
Like
be that
AirPods.
you wouldn't suspect it. Rings have a history of being used to show goodwill and fealty and all that. It was sort of a twist on their usual symbolism that people wouldn't be expecting. It was a very devious plan in some respects.
But he could lose you in the couch cushions. And he did.
Yeah. On a hobbit.
I imagine when Sauron first saw the ring, all the ring wraiths were scouring the Dol Guldur looking for the ring under every couch cushion.
There would have to be one who, according to the sketch that prompted the creation of Cecil's journey, found an anachronistic Gashapon ring dispenser machine and had like a huge bag of fucking quarters trying to get it out. This one? No, cheap plastic shit. Alright, maybe this one. No!
Well, I guess we'll figure out what to do with you once we solve the Narnia problem.
If you ever should decide you're feeling particularly sacrificial, well, next time we get into a scrape, and I have a feeling we will, feel free to step in. You turn back into a piece of jewelry again, I'll just put you on the horn again, see what happens.
Are you assuming I've been doing that on purpose?
No. But you have been throwing yourself into fights a lot more than you're just kind of moves his hands really close together, moves them up and down, kind of indicate you're kind of a beanpole. It's like physique.
Yes, I have purposely been risking myself in fights with a loose assumption that, it's a possibility that what I want happens could just happen.
Well, you want a piece of advice from a guy who's been through this all the way to the other side? Just puts a hand on the very small shoulder, just looks over at Erina. Do it for her.
God damn it, Phoebe.
What a strange conversation we've had in character today. Kids, don't commit suicide. I don't care if you're an evil overlord who's been threatening your world for millennia. Don't do it.
Do, however, bite dictators on the ass.
Yeah, that's fine. That's how we got rid of Richard Spencer.
But all seriousness, I raised one of those horrible, horrible children of prophecy. All because I half-drunkenly decided, because I couldn't think of anything when someone asked me what I wanted as a reward for saving someone else's life. Multi-year affair was stupid. It's over now.
What happened to the kid?
She's fine.
Oh, thank
Carrying
God.
on the legacy, traveling the world, killing monsters just like I technically am supposed to be doing, only in the past tense. I'm very proud. She's come exactly as far as she has on her own. I was just there to pick her up when she fell down. She fell down hard. And if there's anything I know about children of prophecy, it's they have that in common pretty often. You care about her as much as you say you do, or as much as you want to act like you don't. Well, I don't think you'll disappoint. You've already betrayed a lot more of yourself than you're willing to admit.
Well, Anatar doesn't have words for that.
Anatar's lost some of his spark.
Anyway, you take care, champ. Let me know if you need any advice.
You take care, champ.
You gotta go far, kid. Dad, brother.
All right, so just kind of walks over to the crowds. It's not even we don't even think we've really motioned to go anywhere at this point.
Yeah, the ship has basically put down anchors so everyone can just rest and get their shit together before they risk going ashore.
Well, while that rather enlightening conversation's happening, just kind of goes over to General Pat Elf, just kind of looks down, looks at the little eye patch, and just goes, I hope the other guy got just as much out of that, if not more.
General Paddolf looks to his little tank which is covered in blood and viscera. I think that says enough.
Indeed. So, what's the assessment of your men, Minia? Of them not able to move right now?
Well, we're all tired. We're all stocked up, and apparently a lot of them don't have a sense of self-preservation and took half the bloody workshop with them.
That sounds familiar. So, they are able to move then?
Well, most of them.
Yeah. You've all been through enough. You've lost enough today. We were told that castle up there and that cliffside is a safer place the last time we were here. Might be better for us, more capable ones here to go up and make sure of that.
All right, you let us know. All right. We won't let you go down tonight, but come morning.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I need to rest up a few things, make sure things are in order. We'll get up there and see if it's safe, and then we can come down and get you. Looks over, just, are you capable of defending yourselves enough in the meantime while we're gone, in case we're gone a while?
General Paddle pats. Oh, there's a lot more than this, baby. The whole cargo holds full of cannon.
All I needed to know. Get some rest and your people.
Speaking of, we were gonna pass this out during the celebration, but shit happened.
It did.
As he beckons some of his elves, and they bring over 4 presents.
Oh.
Specifically, these were supposed to go to Narnia anyways, but Father Christmas had them all stored away. So can't make use of them ourselves, so you lot, this is what we can do. The least we can do to help you for getting us out of our double dire straits. Now, you excuse me. I'm a peacetime general now, so I have to run for elf president.
Elf elections. Boy, there are some people I really, really need to tell that to when I get back home.
Jewish elf elections.
All right, take care of yourselves.
That orange-haired freak Ronaldo trumpet win.
Please no, I actually saw something like that happen to a guy. Got eaten by harpies.
Yeah.
As he should.
I didn't think I'd get to reference that particular weird little side quest, but here we are. All right. He'll just kind of
Anyways,
take the presents and walk over to the rest of the group.
all right, how do you want to present them, Geralt?
He's just got him under his arm and just drops him down. It's like, Elf sent us this as a thank you gift, I guess.
Alrighty. I'll paste them all in dry shit top. Hold on. Work. There is a dagger, a sword, a bow, and a horn. So which one do you guys pick up first?
I think.
I'm
Well,
gonna go for that sword first. Take a look at that.
Alrighty.
Hmm.
The silver sword of a crestfallen traitor. I recognize that one. That was a sword that was meant for my younger brother. Arena growls and takes another swig.
Say, silver. Good quality, too.
That's the one that sold you out for Turkish delight, right?
The very same. And
I never understood why it was called that. It tastes nothing like turkey.
we have Edwin's sword. A silver sword with a sundering quality to it.
Just takes a couple of quick practice swings with it. Solid. Good balance. I could use this. Just hitches it on his back next to the steel one he brought with him. Wonderful. At last, my back is complete again.
And there is from what you can tell, a bow, a horn, and a dagger left.
Red Eye will inspect the horn.
That one was apparently meant for her. One of the elves say. Well, General Pat elf says, but women aren't for war.
Oh, dude, you're not going there. We're not going there today. We're not doing that, dude.
Hey, I didn't say that. That's what the fat man said.
Okay, just making sure.
Listen, all my lieutenants are lady elves.
Why would he say something like that and me unironically after today?
Okay, so the Horn of the High Queen. Exquisite horn composed of ivory. Meant to be given in time of great peril. Was never given. And for what it does, it's an instrument of the bards.
Ooh.
And it can once a day use fly, levitate, find speed, expeditious retreat, and summon dragon spirit.
Nice.
And the spell was also meant for her, but again, fat bastard. And then there's this one. Dagger of the Valiant. Dagger sworn never to take part in combat. The blood on it has tasted Forsaken's destiny.
I love
it-
that. I love the way you put that.
So basically, the Bow of the High Queen, as a bonus action, once per turn, you can add 1d6 radiant damage to a ranged attack roll using the bow. And with Dagger the Valiant, as a free action, when you throw an target, it can return back to your hand. So basically a permanent throwing knife.
I could probably stand to use the dagger.
Little distance goes a long way. Never know when you need something like that.
Yeah.
Not really good with a bow, but I'll do what I can. Try to do what I can with it. Beats a broomstick.
Don't you already have, like, that shooty wand?
No, I lost that because I freed Klaus.
Oh.
Bow is an elegant weapon, but it's not really something I can use, you know.
Hold on, I think I've got something for you.
That's one of them things that you can't use with a mouth.
You got a point. You got a point.
Hey, Wishbone used it.
Obviously, I just need 2 mouths.
Keep worshipping your god, you might get that. That was me as a player saying that.
Alright. And General Paddle returns, and he has a flintlock. Probably won't work as good without Klaus in it, but if you put your own gumption into it, should do fine. I think I can work with this. Thank you. Little outdated, but never understood the Fat Man's affection for his old German Luger. Wait, what do you mean old? They're modern where I'm... Listen, Christmas Town's a bit out of time, kid. Where we're from, World War II has been a long time ago. Wait, 2?
You did say that it was about to tear itself apart.
War never changes.
Aaron just takes another swig. Normally I'd be drunk by now.
You need something stronger.
I'll ask later.
Sure thing.
God, has Hobbit wine really numbed me to this? I'm a noble. I can't say no. No to Hobbit wine is what they told me. So, oh well.
So how do you make wine from hobbits?
No, it's not. They make the wine. It's not made from them.
Oh. Oh.
I mean, you could stick a lot of things in a wine press, though. Of course, getting it to ferment would be difficult. Can you make wine from meat?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what the spiders call it when they bite things and they turn liquid.
Oh, spider wine! That's what we could sell it as. I wonder if they get some intoxicated. Did you know that spiders get intoxicated on coffee?
Really?
Yes. Something about their body chemistry.
Huh.
Yeah, when I wanted to butter Shelob up, I'd go over with a big old pot of coffee. Sing a couple of songs, fool around a bit.
Was that a booty call?
To be fair, Shelob has a lot of booty.
If I didn't know better, that sounds like a pickup artist thing. Like down that dumbass Perryweather. Trying to pick up all the college kids.
Alrighty, so
I think I'm gonna try to get some sleep.
good call, kid.
Would be a good
Get
time.
some rest. You got a lot of prophecies to kick in the balls.
Thunk.
So, locals.
Mm-hmm.
What do I need to know about this castle and the route to it? Is there any particular dangers we need to be prepared for?
Can I roll history for that, or
Yeah, roll a bit of history.
I don't have anything in that, but
Emerald, from what you remember, Cair Paravel has been the subject of numerous sieges over the years, first by the Telmarines and later by the Carlomen. So along the road, since you're in Gothwater Bay, you don't know if there's any military fortifications or the like on the way where you from the bay to the castle. Well, who knows who's between there and you now. It's definitely not as harsh as Maruna, since you guys magically circumvented that whole clusterfuck.
and I know that the castle itself is probably safe.
Yeah, you know that most like true Narnians try to go to it to not lose themselves. But for the most part, like stuff like military forces typically avoid it. It's away from most of the valuable targets currently, since the four thrones are vacant and all the kids are elsewhere. It's basically an empty house, right?
Well, Caraparavel has been the subject of, some sieges in recent memory. I don't know if there's anything between us here in the bay and the castle, but the castle is supposed to be safe.
That's reassuring. Heard that line before.
Supposed to
Emerald,
be
you've
safe.
also heard tell of the Aslan wandering the castle halls, or the ghost of Aslan, because some say he's dead.
There's
But
only
you know that to be bullshit. Aslan's in his quote unquote country right now, ever since this shit started hitting the fan.
people say they
So what-
see Aslan wandering the halls, but that can't be true because he's fucked off to his own country since this stuff has started happening.
Noted.
What is Aslan's country?
Is that out of character or in character?
Out of character.
It's heaven.
Wait,
Huh.
joke, it's literally heaven.
Literally heaven.
Where the Emperor of everything, aka God, lives.
So it's not the African savannah.
No, unfortunately not.
Also, I don't think Eustace would say it's heaven because they made Prince Caspian way younger than the hot strapping bod he was in, so it couldn't possibly be heaven. Because everyone brought up how Lucy was totally gay for the mermaid. Everyone forgot how gay Eustace was for Caspian.
Oh yeah,
We're
sure as
all
fuck
gay
was.
for Prince Caspian.
He was totally gay for that mermaid, though.
Not gonna make that bad joke. Not gonna make that bad joke. Not gonna make that bad joke.
Make that bad joke.
Make it.
Make
Well,
that funky bad joke, white boy.
Well, since it is full of children, I suppose it would be a Catholic heaven.
Woo!
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
You're right. That was a bad joke,
Sure fucking was.
and we all demanded it.
Yeah, we did.
To be fair, I'm Catholic, so I'm allowed to laugh at it.
I don't regret it, though. Kitty, I don't want your butt.
All right.
Well, it's Catholic confirmed, not Catholic.
Kitty, I don't want your butt.
We're just digging ourselves further into hell, ain't we?
We're sprinting.
Have we ever not been?
No.
I mean, we have a British teenage girl who's forsaken Jesus and is adopted by the Dark Lord of Evil of another world and a dragon. Geralt of Rivia, who's been in so many naughty things, he has numerous mentions on Santa's naughty list, and a unicorn who literally serves Satan, and a
Don't
gay
forget
plant,
about me.
and a gay plant, and a dog who worships Cthulhu.
Yeah.
I love how
funny
the
is
worst
get-
thing you can. I love how the worst thing you can say about Meadow is that she's a gay plant.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, well, listen.
Sadly for conservative Christians, that ranks equal to the rest of this.
Ow.
If anything, it's a little higher than a couple of them.
Geralt has broken many a heart before he committed.
True.
She's gay, and she values the beauty of this corrupted, sinful, mortal world. She's definitely going to hell.
Alright, so just while we're resting in the lake, I am just gonna have Geralt walk around looking for any plants he can find, and
Well, you're
It's
on deck on the boat, so
I thought we'd like come ashore.
no, you're like moored in the bay.
Gotcha.
You're not going ashore just yet because it's a bit safer to just moor on the boat before you go set up camp without knowing what you're getting yourselves into.
First thing, okay. Well, in that case, just gonna look off the edge and into the wilderness and just see if I see anything.
Roll me a perception.
Yay. Is it actually gonna a 30? Wow, my second 30 of the night.
In the wilderness, you see some shambling movement on the shore, which you initially think, as you narrow your eyes, you've seen that kind of shambling on the shore before, which you think to be drowners, or something really similar.
Okay.
Looking further in, you see some lights in the wood and some movement and cries of animals or
Are the lights like static, horizontally moving like torchlight, or are they floating around like insects or something?
floating around,
Okay.
maybe some sort of spirit or some sort of this. But otherwise, the only thing you hear is in the distance. You hear occasional siege weapons being fired, which, given the proximity to Bruna from what you've seen on the map, is probably a safe guess to know what that is.
Okay.
But but something catches your eye off the corner of your eye. As you look out to sea, you see what looks like the sails of ships in the distance, but they're too far to make out,
Okay.
and they're not coming towards you. It's like passing by or going somewhere else, like to the
Noted.
south of you.
Just makes a mental note of that. Just leans up against the side of the ship and just enters into a meditative state to await sunrise.
All right, anybody gonna keep watch?
Red Eye will
Well-
keep watch.
I would, but I turn back into a ring when it's, that past a certain point of night.
Yeah, you tired.
Poof.
Didn't see anything particularly dangerous out there. Looks like it's capable of coming after us, but those woods are definitely crawling with something.
All right, who's going first, Red Eye or Meadow?
What is Meadow's preference on that?
I can go either way.
I think Red Eye will take first watch.
All right, roll me a perception check. Okay, as you prowl the, since you're a dog, you're also you get advantage on anything smell based. So 24 sight, 26 smell. As you prowl the decks of the ship, looking in every direction, you see like some movement in the water, which is very crystal clear. As you see shapes darting back and forth under you, like you see sharks, you see all manner of sea life, which allows you to understanding that the name Glasswater Bay is very, very literal. Like the water is crystal clear. Like you can see down like 50 feet from where you guys are. However, that comes with a caveat because all along the bottom of the bay, as you look, are sunken ships as well as all manner of bodies. Just dotting the bottom of the bay. A lot of them grown over with mangled seaweed and mangled underwater foliage and whatever scavengers have taken up roost in the bodies. Skeletons, big and small, horses with horns on their heads, you see. Just all manner of just carnage at the bottom here.
Alright.
But that's not all you notice. As a stench hits your nose as you look out to the ocean. As you see something moving, like I want to say 60 feet away from the boat. Like there's something very long and serpentine in shape that is circling the boat, but it seems to be too small to really do anything. I would say about like 20, 30 feet long before it swims away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your watch for the night.
Alright. So before Red Eye goes to bed, she's gonna give a small, make a small prayer to her patron. And yeah, she's gonna make a small prayer to her patron, and she's also going to make a couple of small prayers to a couple of not that she thinks that they have any influence here, but a couple of the Vala as well, specifically.
Okay, when you do that, roll me. I think that would be roll me a religion check. Alrighty. As you make your prayer and you open your eyes, the water below you, like it had a like daunting feel to it, but suddenly the water just feels a lot more calm and a lot more tranquil, as if you get a feeling that nothing will come from the water to harm you this.
Okay. After she does that, she's going to wake up Meadow and then settle down for the night. Not Meadow. Oh yeah, Meadow. Sorry, I'm struggling with names. Yes, Meadow. Meadow was the one taking the next watch.
See anything?
Sharks, shipwrecks. There was some kind of sea serpent, but it didn't come too close and didn't look big enough to cause trouble.
Huh.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't suggest swimming.
yeah, Meadow, you know that sea serpents are common in Great East Sea.
I've never seen a sea serpent up close. Okay. Meadow goes out and takes her post.
Roll me a perception check. All right, Meadow. As you stand watch, the wind shifts a bit as a northern wind hits your nose and your pollen sensors. As you realize to the like, you're pretty close to where you're used to be from, because you used to be from the swamps to the north of Cair Paravel, in this region over here. So as it hits you, a wave of nostalgia and sadness. You think about all the friends who you used to have before they all just withered away or became something they were no longer. But as you reminisce, you start nodding off before you snap back to attention.
She turns her head rapidly, making sure nothing crept by while she did that.
Nothing does, as you also see a bunch of the other elves, like doing their little marching with their little like pop guns, or like like they're all trying to also take watch, but since they're so small, they're not doing a good job about it.
Mm-hmm.
But
what do I even have left?
Aww. You got friends, kid. As you hear as General Paddle saunters up.
I do.
Can't sleep either.
It's my turn to watch.
Ah, good. Try to get the others to take it seriously, but they're all too shell shocked of losing their home. The only home they knew for a long while. But home's where you make it.
At least they're not slaves.
Or in the stomach of damn Wendigo.
Speaking of tangential, but Red Eye saw a sea serpent circling around. It didn't look like it was big enough to hurt the boat, but
Oh yeah, if one of those bad boys comes up, we have cannons that will deal with it.
You could say it's canon that we can defeat sea serpents.
I've always wanted to see a sea serpent. Heard about them, but never got the chance.
I haven't seen one from this place, but
Once you've seen it, it's a saw serpent. Hi, my name's Mike. I'll be here all night.
Thank you,
Coming
Mike.
up. I'm an elf.
My sister used to tell me stories about a sea serpent named Cecil and his friend Beanie.
God damn it. Okay, I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom.
I'm a common beanie boy.
So, TP, for my own mind, where did Sauron proof of the ring form? Where did he do it?
If Erina's willing, in her pocket.
All right. He feels safe there.
It's where he feels comfortable.
Oh wait, gas to get back before I continue on. Gesundheit. Oh, today's Gamera's birthday.
Yeah.
I watched the MST3K Gamera films to celebrate. Might watch on Rift versions later to furthering it in. Gamera and Godzilla both have birthdays in November. Isn't that fun?
Huh.
Maybe I should have saved Adam for a November release.
Well,
Nah,
Kyra has a November birthday too.
I like releasing it in March, though. There's something fun about releasing a book on or around your birthday. Well, I guess the original Adam was May, wasn't it? That was to coincide with Godzilla King of the Monsters, so you know what? It's still good.
I'm back.
All right, as you all begin to fall asleep in the early morning light, you all experience as you sleep. You all are beset by a dream. A grave dream of a reaper the size of an entire world, reaping the land with its scythe. Thousands, millions dying with its single swipe of all manner of man and creature. Before four bright lights banish it back, as a bright winged form illuminates the land, as four lights reveal three figures on three thrones, as one final light illuminates it, revealing the fourth throne, intact once more, as the dream conflagrates into flame. And as you wake up, the sun is shining and it's morning. Well, morning is a given sense apparent because the sun hasn't moved from the sky since you've gotten.
So, did Erina take me out of her pocket?
Erina would have felt something and put it back on the.
Gotten me out before I explode out of her pocket.
Explode out of her pants.
Sauron, what were you doing in there?
Well, I'd say that's one thing to find in your pocket, but I've been to Catholic school and I've heard stories, so.
God.
Damn dreams, damn prophecy dreams. Wait, you had that too?
Sounds like everyone did, judging by that.
Oh,
Better than the last one I had.
Yeah.
if I had to guess, then that probably means I'm gonna go and assume that everyone in this world probably had the same dream.
Yeah. There was like this giant harvester dude, and he's raking the planet. And then there's these three thrones that appear, and then suddenly I realized I hadn't studied for the test.
Well, well, if they didn't know I'm back, they do. Everyone certainly knows I'm back now.
Then we should just make assumptions that anyone with hostile intent knows everything. Our enemies should make themselves known to us very, very readily now. So deception is no longer really probably going to be needed. Fantastic.
Well, I don't look really like a quote-unquote daughter of Eve as I do a giant elf right now. So,
So you're well disguised.
begrudgingly, yes.
So, who is Eve, and what makes her daughter so special?
Meta, out of character. I'm not going to explain Christian theology to a Narnian. A Narnian should know that.
Yeah, you would basically know.
Common knowledge.
The first female human. Something to do with God and Jesus and some sort of Garden of Eden that they got kicked out of. I said it went.
Your creation myths.
I said it went to Catholic school. I didn't say I paid attention.
Your creation myths are a lot less, a lot more beating around the bush than mine are. Ours, a whole bunch of worlds collided in a magical storm. Humans came and started killing everything else.
That's a lot more to the point.
Also, does Eve have any sons, and does Adam have any daughters? What do they get out of them?
Apparently they've had hundreds, and that's where the entire human race apparently came from, according to that theology. Although that would imply we're all born of incest, but let's not think too much into that.
Yeah, I'm bored of insects.
Yes, you are, Meadow.
Ah,
Yes, you are.
pollinators.
How did you get roped in with this lot? You seem too pure.
Accident.
Just happened to
They
be on
asked
the
for
road.
help. I wasn't busy.
You need at least one sort of wholesome innocent on the party to make sure things stay the correct moral course.
Oh god, this reminds me of my first day in Middle Earth. Fell out of a wizard's closet and just got thrown into a hobbit's house.
It always sucks being forced out of the closet against your will, doesn't it?
I understood that reference.
Is that some sort of euphemism for spinster ladies?
Yes.
Spinster ladies, fuck. You would know what this said, wouldn't you? God damn it. God damn it, Kay.
Listen, Arena's from the 1940s. She
I
has a
know.
different understanding of things.
I know, you're just making me laugh, and I can't laugh right now. I'm going to die again.
So that's why Dad wouldn't let me go hang out with my aunt.
Well, that's no good.
So that's why he sent me. So that's why he insisted I go to Catholic school.
Dad sounds like a dick.
It's shame your world doesn't
He was
have
even he was even
some.
more he was even more of one when he was drunk and he got drunk a lot.
It's a shame your world doesn't have some single overlord that can be killed and set everything right. It sounds like
We just have wannabes, and from what I've heard, said wannabes uh, involves killing millions of people.
I mean, often you do that on the way to kill the evil overlord.
Is there any world right now that isn't withering up and dying?
Depends on how you define withering up and how you define dying.
I mean, Middle Earth is at war, but that seemed a bit more manageable, at least from what I've seen.
That's very manageable. All you gotta do is throw some jewelry in a volcano.
That.
Which I am still very on the fence about.
There has to be some place that is peaceful. You saw that world between worlds. All of those pools. There has to be at least one where people aren't stupid.
Now, stupidity follows people around. I've found. Often
Don't-
you just have to find the ones who are, you have to get lucky usually. It's all about finding the not stupid people you like having around to help make it all, take the bite out of everything.
Well, it's not going to clean itself up.
No, it is not. Lucky for you, you've got a professional at cleaning things up right here.
That's what I do, I clean up messes.
I suppose we better see what we can do about this.
Let's head to that castle, see how safe it is. If that actually lines up with the story that little woodland creature told us, we come back and we get as many of the elves up there as we can.
That's some damn good ground. In a cannon up there, we can make that thing pretty unsiegeable.
That or you try your luck with something that I really don't want to try my luck with right now. And we don't know how far away that is from here, so...
I imagine as Geralt saying that, there's just a growing shadow of a Leshen doing the Dio pose behind him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just the JoJo-esque effect.
This castle's the best option we got. And then from there, if there are other survivors there, we get a better lay of the land, figure out what to do. We don't know if a lot of time has passed or anything, even since we last came here. We don't know anything yet, and that's where we get answers.
Right. Alright, let's get into a rowboat and head to shore, I suppose. Irina says as she takes her flintlock and... I miss class already.
Me too.
Where's my... Oh. Where's my character sheet? Oh, there it is. As Irina just takes a practice shot. Alrighty. This'll do. Let's go. Since apparently I'm leading this.
I'll be right behind you. Need someone who knows how to track.
Oh, good. You're a...
I'm a monster slayer for hire.
Oh,
Well, retired technically, but I still do it as a hobby.
oh, you're like who Strider pretends he is.
Strider. Sounds pretentious, but then again, I know a guy who named himself after a wildflower.
What's wrong with naming yourselves after flowers?
When you
You'd have to
when
know him.
when you're a I think he's a teenager. He might be in his 40s apparently, but he's
Sealdor's heir was a very competent tracker, he wasn't thinking about girls.
wait.
Yes.
Try just to see Sealdor's. Huh?
Did you not know? I guess he never
I-
did mention it.
I mean,
See?
that doesn't explain why he's asking about me running away from my responsibilities.
He was actually very cagey about it. Does he not want to be king?
I don't think so.
Again, I shouldn't be surprised. That seems to be a trait of noble people.
So not only do I have the One Ring, we also have a Sealdor's heir in Erebor. What's next? We have the Cimmerils in there too.
God, wouldn't that be funny?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Kind of found them in Moria. And
Wait, in
Didn't
Moria? They were there the whole time? Oh, we really need to search those mines more thoroughly. Dear God.
I mean, yeah, the forces of, your forces did kind of control it for a really long time. I don't know how you missed that.
They just didn't know what
I'm
they
not gonna
were.
I mean, to
not
be
gonna
fair,
say-
there was also a god living in the basement that you didn't know about, so, you know.
I'm not going to say anything bad about my former minions. I'm going to be charitable. They were not raised to be very creative or well-read thinkers. It's not their fault.
So we have some of the most important concepts of that world all under one mountain roof.
Sounds like you guys are going to need to work pretty hard to defend that if your other half is as horrible as they say.
And that's a funny thing. The other half doesn't know shit about them either.
As
Any
a
of them.
Well, all the more I can see why you don't want to reconnect.
I bumped into, what, 3? No, we bumped into. I think we bumped into every Nazgul except the Witch King.
Generally keep him in reserve.
And none of them noticed.
You know, the thing about the former kings of men is that they're very easily tricked. It's why I was able to snag each and every one of them.
You kind of summed it up with 4 words. Former kings of men.
I mean, it makes sense with Helm and Cecil. They're very single-minded. I don't want to say anything ill about Cecil. I actually rather liked him.
He's a very nice little fellow. You know, I don't really think he took to being an asset of evil well, but he's trying.
And I don't know why, although some of the Mimosa focus down really hard. Asshole Larry?
He brings it out in people. He's a grating individual. He basically wasting my resources in mountains.
Well, to be fair, your ring was found in the mountains, so he might.
Yes, but that doesn't mean you have to put a bunch of booby-trapped chests in every mountain you see. Go off on month-long tangential spelunking expeditions just to set up trapped chests in places that probably no one's going to visit for another 500 years.
Cut to Mimosa. God damn it!
Is it just some hobbit wandering around in random spaces, opening strange chests? Who is this even for?
You'd be surprised what people get what paranoid old souls do in their free time. I've already told you about the cheese wizard, right?
If you only watch Narnia Off the Rails, I suggest watching Skada's Hobbit game Let's Play for context for this joke.
Where the idea for Tolkien Off the Rails came from.
I fucking hate those fucking chests. Die in a fucking tire fire, asshole Larry.
I'm Larry, the asshole of the race.
A lot of the jokes that pay off in Token Off the Rails came from there.
That's okay, at least it's not that group of orcs from that one shitty Lord of the Rings JRPG.
Shit, I can't remember their names right now. Fuck. We had a whole family name tree going on in there.
Jimbo clan.
Thank you!
The Jumbo Orc clan.
Alright, I guess I'll take up the rear, because, I'm still a giant white horse. I'm a little conspicuous.
A white horse that's apparently serving the arch enemy of Aslan, heading into one of the most sacred places of Aslan.
The bitch can deal with it.
I mean, you've also got a priest of Cthulhu and literal Sauron with you. I think if there's some kind of, cosmic keep out evil barrier, we're all kind of screwed.
You'd be surprised. I've world hopped plenty of times. There's always a crack in something. Tell you at the place where that little short guy followed me around the whole time, just screaming, "Fight me, fight me, fight me."
Did you fight him?
Yeah, a couple times. First time he came at me and attacked me, and I just defended myself, and I don't know, but I kind of think he kind of fell in love with me a little bit. Second time was more so just a pity thing, because I knew I was about to go home.
Oh.
Aw.
But yeah, before that, there was this big thing with, this enchanted suit of armor that had, this really impractical looking sword. Looked like it was living and, had a big eyeball on it. That was dumb.
Sounds pretty cool.
What's the purpose? What kind of purpose would an eyeball serve in a sword?
Fucking nightmare.
Sword was alive.
the
It wanted
sword-
to look at things. If you
Why
were a
would-
living sword, wouldn't you want to look at things?
It looks cool. That's enough.
But why would you turn your sword into a vulnerable point?
Trust me, it cut pretty damn hard. I
'Cause
had to
it
fight
looks
that thing
cool.
once.
Maybe it freaks people out, and maybe you just want to occasionally look at your sword and be like, "How do you think I'm doing?" And it gives you a little a little look of approval.
Fair enough.
But yeah, either way, you'd be surprised. It was inside of a sacred place in that world, a church, I believe, or something like that.
That little bit of extra motivation can really come in handy in a fight sometimes.
Are you saying you need us to be more encouraging of you, Dark Lord of all?
No, I'm just saying there's a practical utility to making sure that you look really cool while you're doing stuff.
All right, well, you sure look pretty cool when you're stabbing people up the ass and setting them on fire.
Well, thank you.
Wait, what?
I did actually need to hear that.
Well, good, so long as you're feeling better.
I know you killed a lot of people, killed a lot of things to get to me, but that seems oddly harsh.
He kind of deserved it.
He was a real prick. And to be fair, I didn't mean to go for the ass. It just happened to be the easiest vital location from the angle I was at. He was floating in the air like a wanker.
You know how the heat of battle is?
How dare you use my curse words against me?
I did get a really cool one-liner. See, I asked him, "Are you a god?" And then I said, "No." Then die, and then I killed him. It was fun.
Should have seen the smile on his face.
I will admit I enjoyed that moment.
He was having a lot of fun. It was really sweet.
Normally, it would have been a little excessive of a way to take somebody down, but when you see that how many vivisected corpses you can fit in one home,
He was kidnapping creatures from other dimensions and chopping them apart to learn. He was just a real piece of shit.
Been to my world before too, even. Not too many people. Usually it's me getting sucked out to weird places. Not all of them were all that bad, though. I liked the one with the giant tree city. That was nice.
It's the most fucked up party we ever had. I love you.
Well, if a giant tree city sounds nice to say, maybe there's a place of that well after all.
It's full of a bunch of, like, crazy, slightly mute people who run around and jump off cliffs and then just roll when they hit the bottom and get over it and, like, don't get hurt at all. Swing swords bigger than they are.
Is that
Kill
the
giant
same world?
monsters and wear their skin.
Is
as
that
hats.
the same world where that bird lizard thing you were telling us about came from?
Yeah,
Yes. Roach
I miss
2.
Roach.
That sounds cool.
It was a nice place. Probably one of the most fun times I've ever had. I just got to track shit without people throwing rocks at me.
Go there, huh? Or we could drop you off.
I don't know if any of you are really
Thing.
made of the sturdy enough stuff to really thrive there or not. But worth a trial, I guess.
One thing at a time. That's it, Arena would rock a boga.
Yeah, I went around, I saved this weird green thing, I named it Roach, and just talking as we walk along. I just, while we're going and walking up the trail, could I roll a survival or
Yes.
perception or something?
Yes, you may.
Yay. 27.
As you're walking up, right now you're currently on the beachhead, just getting into the forest, walking up the trail. You see a lot of like grown over like steps that have been grown over and dilapidated. Compared to the place you previously were in, Narnia, which were all dead and ash covered, this place seems a bit more lively, but in an old, overgrown, lively sort of manner. Like, if you didn't know better, this would be the kind of place the Elushin would love to set up shop. But you know for a fact there isn't one here.
This is nice.
You would have felt it by now.
Oh, yeah.
This
All
is
right.
nice.
Looks clear so far. Yeah. Kind of nostalgic almost.
Although, as you say that, you're around a corner and you see a skeleton, like an old dead body that's been pinned to a tree by a sword.
Oh,
Wow,
no.
even more nostalgic.
There's a skeleton. It's here now, and it wants our eyes.
I suppose you get more used to that.
You should, yeah.
Gonna eat them
I want
up.
to check the skeleton, see if there's anything there.
Alright, roll me a investigation check.
Sure. 22.
The skeleton seems to be pinned to the tree by like a scimitar, like sword. Like the first thing you think is the sword that the Ophiri used. But the person that stabbed seems to be more standard knight attire.
Okay. Clash of two different forces, two different styles of weapons. Wonder if the Ophiri actually came here. That would make for a good story.
Although, as he says that, Emerald and Meta, you recognize that as a Calorman sword.
Pushed all the way up here, did they?
You know the maker of this?
Calorman.
Looks very similar to the Horse Lords where I'm from. Lovely people. They understood horses.
Well, honestly, even though I kind of serve their god, they're kind of bastards themselves. Like, Tash doesn't even really talk to them, So they just kind of guess what he wants, and they
Some
guess what he wants
fanboys.
is like a bunch of like human sacrifices.
Oh, so misguided fanboys.
I mean, it's
Why
a
would
fair
you-
guess for a lot of gods.
Why would you default to that, though?
You'd be surprised.
They're dicks. I mean, not all of them are, obviously, because you can't paint an entire people with a brush. But a lot of them are just kind of in on the whole human sacrifice thing.
Well, that is sort of the ultimate show of devotion. You know, we love you so much, we'll kill one of ourselves for you, and that person will be like, "Oh, please take me, Tash.
Yeah, if only it worked that
Sound like
way.
the breakfast food. Yay! Oh, my organs."
Usually it's just whoever they don't like and think would be most convenient to get rid of.
That's also true. Easy way to, make the gods feel loved while also getting rid of neighbors you don't like.
Funny how that works.
Of course, an industrious god would know that whole affair just seems needlessly messy. Why have your underlings kill themselves when they could just as easily all just work really hard to fulfill your desires?
I guess people
Or
just always
they
want
could
an easy
live
way
their
out.
own, or they could live their own free lives, which is better.
Yeah, but that requires them thinking for themselves all the time, and that can get exhausting. It's far easier to have someone charismatic just tell you what to think.
You're surprised how hard people will fight for their right to make their own choices.
And they often choose to have what their choice is taken away from them in the same breath. It's amazing.
Back in one sec.
Yeah, if there's two forces here clashing, I'm going to guess that this one was oh my god, I'm blanking on the other people.
Arkenland, the people of Arkenland, I think you're thinking of.
Yeah. Is it-
Anvardians.
Yeah, because they're the only other humans in Narnia. Are a
It's just
strange
pretty close.
thing.
You are pretty close to the Anvard border, so this can. Well, the Arkenland border.
Humans in Narnia is a strange thing. I mean, you
I thought
when the prophecy was made about you, the White Queen had forbidden any humans from entering, and so no
That's
humans had been there for 100 years.
I imagine once the prophecy ended, that caused a bunch of flood of people.
Yeah.
Funny.
Everything's been just a little strange.
How long has it been since I've been gone?
Can I recall that, like offhand, without having to roll anything?
Time has lost all meaning. So, yeah, a year has the same meaning as 1,000 years at this point.
Okay, I'll try to explain that. Well, that's the funny thing here, is time doesn't really count anymore. Like, a year can also be the same as 1,000 years. Were you this age when you just left, disappeared, whatever?
Well, it's been. How long has Arena been in Middle Earth? Like a year or two?
Give or take.
About a year and a half since I've been gone from this place.
And how old was your younger brother and younger sister?
Oh, don't tell me they're old man and woman by now.
Not old, but older than you?
I'd say that if Edwin and Alice were like 12 and were like 15, they'd be now in their 18 and 19.
Oh, okay.
Irene is like 21, 22 right now.
They aren't children anymore. I think your younger sister would be able to look you in the eye. Could she do that?
No. She was only 12.
She's not 12.
Oh.
And
Oh.
there's a lot of things going on that I should probably tell you. But we might want to be safer first.
That would mean Edwin is. That would mean that little Get is probably about 2 years younger than me, and that would. What a
That means now when you chew him out for betraying you for candy, you can feel a little bit less guilty about it.
Arena raises a finger, drops it. Valid.
Emerald gets like kind of a shifty look on her face, like, So I know all this history, I can't say anything yet.
And so if all four of us are needed to be on these thrones for some... Where are the others?
Is this a conversation that you want to have out in the wilds?
Probably
I
not.
We can.
That answer tells me enough.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
In that case, best wait until we're somewhere a little bit more secure, until we can actually have the big, sobering, might actually distract you if we get into a scrape sort of discussions.
Right. Let's get a move on then.
Absolutely.
These elven shoes weren't meant for hiking, that's for damn sure. And I had to run in heels, so... As you all start walking, sense music playing in your head. No, I'm not gonna do the Walking with Dinosaurs theme. This is good. This is good sense music. This is Susumu Hirasawa sense music. Damn it!
I like the Walking with Dinosaurs music.
Not the Walking Dinosaurs. Planet of the Dinosaurs.
Oh, okay.
Much different.
Yeah, much different. That
Yes.
music sucks.
I'm typing something to Scassa.
Boy.
And back.
The only thing you've missed is you and the party have just been talking while hiking up the trail of the castle.
Was anything interesting said?
Basically, Emerald and Arena were catching up on the state of Narnia at the time. And how her siblings, when she left them, they were like 12 and 14, but now they're not anymore.
And time is kind of messed up in Narnia. Like, really bad.
Like how 1 year could be 1,000 years and has as little meaning. Which is odd to you, Emerald, that you're saying that, because that would imply something has happened to Father Time.
Mm-hmm.
If time to have gotten as fucked up as it has.
What that means. That weird buzzard has stolen Baby New Year again. We've crashed time. And it's
God
up to
damn it,
Rudolph
Elon!
to stop it.
I have to watch that fucking special again.
I have to track it down. I don't have. It's one of the few Rankin Bass specials I don't have on DVD.
It's not actually that bad. I think
Don't
people just give
oh,
a shit.
I have a perfect antagonist to fill that role. Don't make me get out my Griffith stat block. Don't make me bust out that CR30.
On the one hand, CR30. On the other hand, punching Griffith.
Yeah, Femto's just grade A bullshit, so...
Could we see anything else on our way up to the castle?
Roll me a survival check as you guys are walking.
Okay. I have some in there, but Geralt's always gonna be... Oh, fuck you,
Oh!
Emerald.
Emerald, I'm gonna DM you something.
Okay. Looks... Meadow, I think you dropped something.
Huh?
She, like, kind of nudges something towards you. It kind of looks like an egg.
Meta, funny thing is, you don't remember picking that up.
Where'd we get this?
I don't remember taking that. Or did I?
Roll me a intelligence check, Meadow.
I'm back. What's going on?
Oh. Oh. You absentmindedly picked it up while you're going through Cataly's mansion. He had it in his, like, supply of magical paraphernalia on one of his desks.
Oh, right. That was in the mansion. I must have pocketed that.
But yeah, Meadow, something fell out of Meadow's pocket that Emerald with an Nat 20 saw.
What is...
Guess I'll just put that back.
I wonder what that is.
It looks like an animal seed of some sort.
Animal seed?
Well, she's a planet, that makes sense.
She's not wrong.
I have heard people refer to it as the seed from time to time.
I hate that you told me that.
Don't remind me. Perry rather tried to use that as a pickup line back in college. Ugh.
Why would that work?
He insisted it did, and it would show how cultured he is as having studied in Germany.
Why would that work? Humans are very strange.
Yes.
Something about superior Aryan stock.
Oh my
Ugh.
fucking
Ugh.
god.
Remember, if he probably went to school in like before World War II even broke out, so.
Whenever humans start talking about superior stock, I just think about the Numenorians. Who's superior now? Not you, because you're dead.
There's salt there.
Just make sure to like watch that. I guess something might come out of it.
Yeah, Well, said country he went to is also the country that's invading the world now, so I'm pretty sure the entire world is.
We
Where
could
I'm
sink
from,
that
Italian.
country into the sea.
According to the great prophet, as he calls himself, it'll happen in 100 years. Apparently, something about melting ice caps.
Well, surely we can speed that up.
Wow.
Listen, industry can solve a lot of problems for you.
Fuck.
Apparently, industry is what's causing the ice caps to melt.
Oh, so they're already on it.
God damn it. I was, though, talking to Meadow about the egg.
Something will come out of it. What do you suppose it'll be?
Probably some sort of bird.
As you feel it, Emerald, it feels not like an egg. It feels like a stone, just like a regular, non-magical stone.
Or maybe not. It's kind of hard. Feels more like a rock. Weird little thing you picked up.
I've never seen anything like it. But, I figured, what are we going to do? Leave it in that mansion where those things can get to it?
Well, from what you've told me of what that mentioned, it probably is bad news in of
Touch
itself.
this little monster. You know what? I have a great affinity for hatching strange eggs and raising them to be loyal.
Well, you got any idea what it is?
No idea, but you never know till it cracks open. Of its own accord, not because you dropped it. Don't drop it.
Yeah, and she puts it back in her pocket.
You should probably keep it warm. It'd be really nice if we could get it underneath like an incubation torch, but I don't think we're gonna
I've
have
got it
time for
covered.
that.
When I say Meadow's pocket, I mean her trap.
Like it's inside of her right now.
Keep it nice and warm, and it should do fine. It might also need air. Specifically oxygen. Most animal life needs oxygen.
Well, I secrete plenty of that.
Now let's get up to this castle so we can have some uncomfortable discussions.
Yes, my favorite kind.
Alright. As you get up to the castle, you arrive. Hold on.
Ooh, we're gonna get a map.
Let me just make one. make sure one thing's for certain first. I just have to check that these. All right, so as you arrive at the rampart ruins of Caparvel. Plop yourself
Yes.
down right here. Although it's not a combat map, so
Oh, yeah, yeah, absolutely oozes safety. Oh, this place has seen better
This place
days.
used to be nicer.
Oh, yet again, another bit of.
I've seen,
Oh,
seen this
wow.
seen this place in its heyday. Used to be a roof here.
Wow, another punch to the gut of nostalgia I wasn't expecting.
On a scale of 1 to Kaer Morhen.
Yep.
It's not much, but it is more fortifiable than anywhere else.
You'd be amazed what you could do with an old broken down wreck like this if you really try.
Alright, Stone Rune should be just ahead. Although we should probably make sure there's nothing else around.
Do a quick sweep.
Alright, roll me a perception, survival.
Way better with one of those than the other. Here we go.
I roll perception as well.
Another 30.
Alright, as you guys advance through the ruins, you hear the sounds of hammer. Ching, ching, ching.
Ha. Sounds like Erebor.
Industry. Well, that's a decent sign, at least. There's a place where they're actively trying to make it sturdier.
Yeah. Hey, Meadow.
Hmm?
Remind me, does this world have dwarves?
Yeah?
Are they industrious? Well, dwarves in my world are very industrious. Miners and builders and so forth.
I'm not really sure.
Oh. It'd be nice to have the company of dwarves again. I like dwarves. They're hairy and drink a lot.
Like that's your list of redeeming qualities of people. They're hairy and they drink a lot.
Can confirm is accurate.
It's an awful lot like some of my best friends.
Ching, ching, ching.
You said this place was safe. I suppose we ought to go check and see what that's about.
As
Yeah, you
safe
hear
it as
something
will
up
get.
here.
Well, it's safe for some people.
Everything is unsafe for somebody or other. And I'll go over and check it out. Just
Alright,
Wasn't
as
really-
you arrive, I don't have an avatar for this individual yet, so let's just plop down a rando. You see what looks like a big hairy thing working on a weapon. As it looks up, it's a bear.
That is, if anything, the opposite of a dwarf.
Who goes there?
Ah, bear.
Oh.
Very nice
How
to
goes
see
it?
you.
How goes it, friend?
Hello, I'm Sauron, and this is Geralt, Red Eye, Meadow, Emerald, Erina.
Anire. Arina's gonna introduce herself as Anire.
Right, yep. somewhere, middle manager feels his ears burning.
Oh, what brings you to these ruins? You lot don't look like you suffering the
Trying to
Felt
find
sickness.
a safe harbor for some friends of ours.
For the moment, we're just scouting it out to make sure it is safe.
There's a
Well-
ship full of refugees down there on the coast. Not all of them are in great shape. Most of them are capable of making the trek up here. Just wanted to make sure it actually was as safe as we were told.
Oh, absolutely. Be nice to have some folk up here. Most animals who come up here gain themselves, and they try to don't feel it's safe, and they will move on once they get their faculties back in order.
That's
Cite
good.
him real quick.
That's good. I have a friend who's
Go ahead.
21.
good. I have a friend a few miles back that I'm worried about.
Oh, we all have friends. Oh no, that we all have friends. You get a feeling from this bear. This bear looks very old, very gruff, but he seems to be on the level.
So
How he's
just,
using a hammer with his paws, you have no idea how he works, but
I've seen weirder. Just okay. I was just getting a vibe as to whether he was actually telling truth about it being safe and not. I lure them up things up here with the promise of safety and then eat them.
yeah.
Not getting that vibe.
He said as he walks over to his little chest and reaches in and pulls out some honeycomb and pops it in his mouth and walks back over before. So, what can I help you guys with?
Mostly, we just wanted to make sure this was a safe harbor. The refugees are some Santa's elves. They don't have much of a place to go to anymore.
Oh, apologies, forgot to name myself. Name's Gruffnut.
Greetings, Gruffnut.
Gruffnut.
That's
Well,
how.
I was raised by squirrels, and I was gruff, and they found me in a pile of nuts, so they called me Gruffnut.
There's logic to that.
That makes sense.
Sauron blinks very slowly.
Squirrels are very simple. Emerald whispers to you.
It's that gif of Carrie Elways. It's that.
So, what can I do for you? You said you got
How much-
refugees? Are they human, Carliman, animals?
Elves.
Elves.
A bunch of Santa's
Like the tree
elves.
kind, or the...
The Santa's
Former,
elves.
The
recently
small shoe
liberated,
gobbling kind.
recently
Whoa.
liberated servants of Father
Oh.
Christmas.
So the treacherous fat bastard finally bit it.
He sure did.
Dream.
That's
made
one
sure
word
of it.
for it.
In a sense, he was bitten as well.
I take it you guys want some sort of mercenary band working? Helping the elves, or... Where are you guys from, anyways? So don't... Seeing a wolf, a unicorn... 3 humans?
No.
No, not really. Not anymore.
So.
The Warg and I are from Middle Earth.
Wait, there's a middle... I thought it was just called Earth. Didn't even know there was a top, bottom, or middle one.
There's a lot of Earths, so you're just gonna have to get used to that being a fact now.
So like Aslan's country and Adam... The place where Adam and Eve from, yeah.
Yeah.
Aslan's in a lot
Sure.
of places, they say, so... I ain't got care for that religious crap. All I know is I stay here, I don't lose myself, and so...
If the planetarium we bumped into is to be believed, there was a left Earth, an East Earth, a West Earth, a
I
third
haven't
Earth.
been in Narnia for very long, but I feel I've been in here long enough to know that you best start believing in weird religious crap, because you're in one.
Well, that's what they said about politics and about being your own man and living your own life. But I'm a bear, and I don't believe in any of that libertarian crap.
Fucking God. Oh, I love
That
this
might
guy.
That's the way to be, Gruffnut.
I understand you, old man.
What is my life now?
All right, well, it's safe here. How long did it take us to get up there, specifically?
It took you about. You guys are going to a leisurely place to not like exhaust yourself. You guys had a day yesterday, so you guys are just stretching away. So you took about 2 or 3 hours of a walk, but you could have cut it down to like an hour and a half.
So enough time on there realistically get everyone up. I mean, I know time moves differently there, but enough to where we wouldn't all get tired. Rest.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, so I just set up shop in this old like little armory here, and it's like, and I decided, hey, I'll do what humans do and just hammer and try to make weapons and the like, and make things better while I'm here.
You might
Yeah,
have
right.
very like-minded friends coming up here soon. Those little elves down there, they build shit like they're friggin' possessed.
Oh no, kidding!
Yeah, they
Okay.
might. They even have weapons here in case that place needs to get fortified up a bit. In fact, I think there's a little one-eyed elf you might rather enjoy. I don't know, just get a vibe of kindred spirits.
Huh.
Little one-eyed elf sounds like a euphemism.
Your mind is dirtier than mine, it seems.
Oh, that's okay. That's what my old mate called it. Oh.
What happens when you spend hundreds of years trapped on someone's penis?
I'm sorry.
Long story. He can stay and tell you all about it if he wants to. He
I
does
don't.
yearn for the sweet embrace of death.
You know what? I've heard of stranger curses before. Not gonna ask.
Thank you.
Blurt that right out in front of strangers, huh?
You know, Sauron might not be mentally well.
Well, that dreams to me apparently the 4 kings and queens might come back to this place one day. So who knows?
So
Maybe if
everyone's
we
just had
clean
that?
it up. What?
So everyone's just had that?
I mean, some of the bees told me about them having a dream. I had the same dream. An old shark buddy who lives down below had the same dream. Say hi, Bruce. Hi.
Narnia just doesn't do anything by halves, does it?
Oh no, we're not very subtle. It's like somebody's using a hammer to hit a metaphor into our heads.
We're kidding, C.S. Lewis. We love you.
I'm not. But I hate you, you wretched old bastard.
Uh,
I hope you turn in your
Is there
grave.
space? Yep. Is there enough space around here to where, well, they are very small. They could probably make do with this courtyard. Build tiny little houses.
This place is way bigger than just this.
Well, good. Is everywhere around here safe? Anywhere particular we need to be worried about or a little more concerned
Well,
about?
there's a basement and cave that probably used to be a dungeon that probably has things in it, but
Good to know.
all I go in there to hibernate when I feel like I need to, but I don't get much deeper.
Good to know. Make sure to tell them to steer clear of that place till we have a better grasp on our surroundings. Well, Gruffnut, it actually was a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine, friend. Don't usually meet strangers with their faculties in check. And
Me
hell,
neither.
making this whole place more spiffied up probably sounds about good right now.
Well, let's see what we can do about that. If anyone wants to stay here, make sure the place remains safe, feel free. I think I'm gonna go down and let the elves know this place actually is on the level.
I'll keep watch.
Let's go. Oh, Arena. Let's go deeper and see how the throne room's like.
Deep earth we go.
Alrighty. Is everyone coming with Rena? Or
Yep.
is it Doral?
Geralt's
with-
going to go get elves, right? So I'm going to go down and help him with that.
I'm gonna check it out with Erina. Want to make sure that everything is safe before I try to contact my friend. Who did we ever name him?
Yeah, it's Butchertail.
Right.
As you arrive at the throne room in the care of Haravel, the throne room looks a bit more intact than the rest, but even it's a little dilapidated. As you arrive, I hear Scott's cat.
Yeah, she's shoving her face into my microphone. I'm trying to keep her away from it. She's being an asshole.
VV, I need to be stopped.
Dragon
Stop!
skeleton.
Throw you off my lap.
I knew. I've heard Narnia had dragons too, but apparently they were very greedy and served the White Witch. Last I heard.
Yeah, they say that about wolves too. I'm sure they're not all bad.
They said that about a lot of things.
And frankly, they say that about my kind back in Middle Earth. Well, not the White Witch, but Sauron. And dragons too, but I'm sure Lady Arryn can attest that's not accurate.
Yeah.
The dragons only ever loyally served Morgoth, and that's purely because he bred most of them.
Yeah, Morgoth was kind of fucked up.
Oh, he was a real prick.
Is he locked behind like some sort of door or something, or? Really...
His essence was so shattered that he could no longer corporeally manifest in Middle-earth. He can't truly be killed, because as a god that's not possible, but they can be so shattered that they become nothing more than an observer of the world rather than an active participant.
Mm.
Although his reach was long enough that the effects of his actions will ring on probably till the end of the age.
Well,
Ah,
that's one thing to clean up after we clean up this. If we clean up this.
I suspect Morgoth will come back to bite Middle Earth in the ass eventually. But I doubt it'll be during my lifetime. Read a book once about how death may die. I just got a feeling. It's the sort of thing that comes back and bites you in the ass eventually.
Perhaps. I prefer to think that his defeat was definitive. It's a
That's
nice
a nice thought.
So Marina walks up and just takes a look around. What do you guys want to do as she...
Closely behind her. I mean, not creepy close, but you know.
What's this book on the table?
Basically what looks like an old Bible.
Ah,
Basically old hymns about the kings and queens of Narnia. I just use that as an altar. The book on the table I couldn't do anything about.
We're gonna do a
Incarnate's good, but it's
perception.
not perfect.
We're gonna do perception, looking out for threats, anything of
No threats
interest.
that you can see. It's just oddly quiet. Like even like the crashing waves beneath the canopy over here. It just seems muted while you're in here. Like, and you swear you can vaguely hear like echoes of like laughter and echoes of like of a full ballroom while you're in, but it's like a ghost.
So is that skeleton mounted, or did it just fall from the sky?
It looks like roll me a survival check. It has to be mounted. Dragons don't fall from the sky.
Well, they certainly don't do it at a very tragic moment that scars everyone emotionally.
Yeah, this dragon was definitely fell from the sky. But it looks like its wing was cut off by a long sword. And its head was caved in by a similar sword after it tried to get up.
What's this sketchy stuff looking on the ground right here?
That's like scorch marks.
Okay.
Like it looks like there used to be like a torture brazier that was once there that crashed and left it stay on the ground.
I was just making sure it wasn't some sort of like soul-eating corruption before I walked through it.
No, it's just scorch marks. As you get closer to here, though, all the lights dim as this entire pedestal erupts into fire. As manifesting out of the fire in an ethereal form, much more gracefully than than the imposter you've seen before you, is the ethereal form of Arslan. Child of Eve, Arena, seek out me at my island in the far seas.
Excuse me,
Guide
question!
your sister.
Question!
And with that, the ethereal form just.
Oh, you fucking prick.
It seems like a pre-recorded message, if I had to guess.
He probably wants to eat you.
Well, apparently he has my sister.
I guess we need to go meet the lion.
I'd say about like an hour passes. Garel and Meadow are already at the beach, but while that happens, who is all with Arena and Red Eye and Anatar? Meadow?
I think it's just you three.
And Meadow,
Yep.
I think.
And Meadow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait.
Just the two physical fighters went down to the beach.
As you hear commotion
No.
from outside in the court.
No, Meadow was exploring the castle to make sure everything was safe.
Ah. So she's with Red Eye, Anatar, and Arena at the castle.
Yeah.
Alright, so Geralt and the Unicorn and Emerald are at the beach.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, as that happens, you hear a commotion and a struggle outside as you all rush out. Let's delete you as you see. Hold on. This before you. As you see many garbed men with scimitars and armor, led by a brute of a man with a sword before you. Daughter of Eve, I believe that the Tizrak of Tashban requires your hand in marriage. And with that, we'll end the session here.
Fuck.
You can't just drop us on a cliffhanger like that.
Oh, it'll get you guys invested for next session.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I
Didn't
can't
get
wait
to
to
use
walk
my
right
laser
up.
eyes.
Can't wait to walk right up in the middle of that. Be like, hey guys, I'm back with the
God damn it.
He's back with reinforcements.
back with all the elves with guns.
Shoot them.
Nobody expects the elves with guns.
Our unicorn's a fucking Satanist. What a time to be alive.
So, how you guys enjoying the session?
Yeah.
Much like
Quiet.
Okay, I'm gonna
Nice.